Hey, it's Winter. I cadged a bunch of conspiracy recordings from T-Bone's files, and he's gonna throw a strop if they get out before his death. So guess what I'm doing? Yeah. Too bad they're busted. Something about a faulty blurb fly. Whatever.
Let's talk about our heroes. So who are the consultants? Okay, first we've got Engil. He's a robo-manshad with a violent temper. Well, he's violent without his temper as well. And he's got ties to gangland. Then there's Winter Angel Eye. She's a robo-manshad too, but she's a bounty hunter, and she's been taking out gangland faces ever since she was yay big. Next, Jeremiah Wagner. He's a shadow Vurt conman, and a lucky bastard, and an absolute gobshite. Then there's Buzz Diptera, a robo-Vurt mathematician, biomechanic, and blurb fly jockey. And you know how they say pets start to look like their owners? Well, Buzz looks like one. Huge blurb fly looking weirdo. And finally, there's T-Bone the Disco Spider. He's a dogman Vurt. He knows every conspiracy theory going, and he's put plenty of them into practice.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Welcome again to the Consultants, Vurt the Tabletop role-playing game. The Consultants is not only the name of our overarching campaign, but also the name of this very interesting and unique group that's been thrown together.
This merry band of pranksters.
For the Royal Yeoman Warders. And let's, before we get into how you guys are looking coming in, let's do
We're looking good. That's what
you're
we're
looking great coming in on the barge there. The super quick recap, of course,
Peter.
is
Am I the only one wearing green on St. Patrick's Day?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
No, wait, I got some green on my socks. Here's
doesn't count if you wipe your nose on it.
right there.
well, again, Liverpool is only a ferry ride across
A muscle.
to Dublin. You guys can
Unusual.
maybe even get to Dublin by the end of the session. Who knows? Well, actually, with you guys, who knows? So you guys are coming into Liverpool, having left Manchester, having gotten through the security of the gate for the big wall that surrounds the 50 miles by 50 miles, mega city of Manchester. The Mersey River, which again ended up, spilling out into, the Irwell to the Mersey to the Earlham, and out through the Limbo Gates near Runcorn. So you have made it through the madness that was Limbo, even though it's only, it's less than 15 miles of this. And again, you saw, the trees, most of them don't have any foliage. If they, most of them have, graffiti that's been carved into it. The soil looks like it's had, oil spills. It's absolutely awful out in Limbo. But now you've floated right into the Manchester Canal, which spills into Liverpool, and it's still called the Manchester Canal, not the Liverpool Canal, which is a big, bone of contention. And now, like you said, you have floated into up to the shore of the Rope Walks district of Liverpool. This is the mega industrial city. It smells like burning diapers and ozone. It's absolutely everybody at this point who has any olfactory anything is in, and we have no pure robos, so perfect. So everybody's feeling queasy. On the banks of the canal is a dapper man who, again, looks pure human, and he's wearing a bowler hat. And as you guys have gotten closer, he has flashed his Royal Yeoman's Warder badge and then put it back in. So he is undercover. And you guys are floating up. The last thing I'll say is, before you guys say how you're looking, is you have a fellow on board the boat that you guys made sure
Oh,
made it on. Yes, this is the Robo Dog Man from Cão Paulo, and that's let's see, we even let's see, yeah.
Did you say Kung Paulo?
Cão Paulo, CAO, which is Portuguese for dog, instead of SAO, which is Portuguese for saint. So they've renamed it because it's way cooler. And the Robo Dog Man that you have on board there is only speaks Portuguese, and he is clad. He's clad in specifically, his team Cruzeiros, is down near São Paulo, or Cão Paulo, not too far. He obviously doesn't speak much English at all, or if any at all. He knows a couple words he can repeat, but he certainly isn't understanding you guys. He's also must be new, quite obviously, to town, because and he is also expecting all of you guys to be speaking Portuguese. He cannot figure out why os consultants, the only English word you seem to be able to pull from him, don't speak Portuguese. Porque vocês não falam português? Ele não entende, blah, blah, blah. So that's where you guys are. So now let's go around and see, as the queasy, the rocking boat is coming right up to the shore to meet this dapper man in the bowler hat who's undercover, and as the smell of burning trash and sick is everywhere because you're in Liverpool, which is awful, awful. And everybody in Liverpool is proud of it, actually, in this near future here.
And that scouse tank is something else.
So what are you guys looking like as we're floating in here?
I think, obviously, Josiah, he's taken aback overall by the stench. He's not used to this. It is honestly, gentlemen, this is a rough and tumble place that I'd rather not be if I could have quite avoid it. Hold my nose and pray that this has ended quickly. And I see that our good man here is probably going to have a bit of a problem understanding us. Yes. I'm going to be in quite a bit of trouble. And I would like to apologize to the group again. Oftentimes, when a man sticks out his hand, he expects money. I didn't mean to set off quite the bit of a chase that I did. I'm not accustomed to these barbaric lands.
It feels like you're slipping into Irish from time to time.
I think you're there like you're there like.
It's gonna change. Like that's kind of his thing.
I love it. That's a speaker. Yeah, you're getting close to Ireland. I love it.
I just want to go stand by Buzz and be like, he's got it. Smack.
This had to do with getting out the gates when the Manchester PD at the gates held out their hand, being watched by everybody for documents. Our wonderful speaker here decided to grace the palms and start the explosive exit from Manchester. So,
hey, as far as I remember, a dollar bill is still a document.
And this is.
Oh, hi everybody! I'm Buzz Diptera. I'm as happy as a flying doo-doo to be here in Liverpool. I just had to self-censor myself. I forgot about that.
We self-censor here?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I
definitely.
caution.
I love it. Yeah, well, since Liverpool smells like shit.
Yeah, I got a spoon.
Love it. I'm gonna. Oh God, meet the Feebles. What I'm gonna say is, you're not queasy. That if you don't want to be queasy, you don't have to be, since you're.
I take Sheila, my closest blurb ally, under one arm, and I cradle her as we hum "Ferry Cross the Mersey" to ourselves as we watch Liverpool.
Oh, you're right at home.
Maybe we'll get to meet a beetle.
Yes.
Man, make references I don't always understand.
I'll give you double meta XP for that. Perfect. Okay, and you look like for the folks at home.
Yeah. So Buzz sounds like Scatman Crothers, or a bad approximation thereof, and looks like he's more Bubs from Strong Bad, which is somebody else doing an impersonation of Scatman Crothers, so it's like a meta impersonation, whatever. But he looks like I'm Robo Vurt, and I look like an oversized blurb fly. I no longer have my fedora. I lost that into the river on the way in, but I do still have a large gold and lapis lazuli medallion of an Egyptian scarab under my neck. But otherwise, I look like an oversized beetle. I look about the size of a little person, human, but I'm a beetle, and I have a blurb fly companion named Sheila.
Perfect. So you're right at home, getting ready to dock here into the stink, which is the stink of Liverpool. I can't overemphasize how horrific it smells, how every breath that comes in makes you want to, you can barely hold it down. Okay, next, let's, who's next on the boat? This horrible boat that was taken from a rover.
Never get off the boat. Never get off the boat.
I think I'm still talking to our captain, our friend who doesn't understand English, or so he claims.
Good for you, conspiracy theorist. Good.
I am in fact telling him about a lot of interesting conspiracy theories, like for instance the secret number between 8 and 9 that nobody knows about. So I'm playing T-Bone the Disco Spider. I'm a 7.5 foot tall guy with a giant oversized head with 4 sets of eyes, and I carry around a ball-shaped helmet that I use on these kinds of situations. Except last time I used it as a flotation device, so I'm assuming I'm letting it dry out.
Yeah, and it stinks from here on out. Again, you went through, yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. Nice. And you are, just remind me again, the mode of being?
I am that's a good question, because I'm actually blanking on it for a second.
Yeah, it's
I'm a Dogman Vurt.
Dogman Vurt.
Warrior who delves deeper.
Beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. All right. So, and next, here we go. Who's next? On the stinky.
The last two of us are Roboman Shads.
Yeah, that's right. The antisocial. The antisocial.
Yeah. I'm Winter. And I live up to my icy name. I'm especially displeased with having to work with all these Vurt creatures, because every single other person here has some Vurt genetics. And I do not forgive Josiah for his part in getting us chased by the cops, because up until now we were doing just fine.
Yeah, sure. No, that's perfect. Not staying out of trouble. I want to point out, you didn't say that. You said doing just fine.
Yes.
Right.
We were doing just fine in the eyes of the law.
That's right. How many dogmen have we shaved against their will this time around?
That was
my goodness, that was one hell of an opening. Cool. And the stink, again, you guys are anybody with shadow is usually a little more, any shadow genetics has a little more, or dog, certainly, the smells and sights, the senses can get, a little overwhelming. So you two, I think, again, the smells perhaps are, it's a even different part of your stomach.
So she definitely also blames these guys for bringing her here specifically, even though it was really like the mission.
Yeah, right. Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe she should
It's all
take
your
a
fault.
kick out of her ass. Become a team player.
Or maybe I should shove one up yours.
That's the antisocial sorry.
Dogman Vurt.
No.
Roboman Shad.
Roboman Shad. Yeah, the Roboman Shads are the ones no one wants to mess with, or at least if they're on your side, that's good.
I mean, I'm nominally on their side.
True. For now, interests overlap. And the last of these Roboman Shads who's coming in on this.
The last one here would be me. That's Engel. He's a Roboman Shad warrior who plugs in. He's probably like over at the edge of the boat. He wears like a green jumpsuit that's probably like undone down to the waist, and he's got like a tank top on still. You can see that he's got a bunch of tattoos. He's got a bunch of like electrical ports running down the back of his head and neck. And he's violently wringing out this huge fur-lined parka over the side of the boat, like trying to shake it out to dry it.
That's right. Yeah, you were rocking.
He dresses in the Wiggins style, and that's like, no, this is my parka. It's like,
he's
probably not super psyched with Josiah right now, but like Buzz is there, and he's like, kind of smacks him on the back, so he kind of like floats around trying to catch back up.
Well, before you smack me on the back, I had a question about the river trip. Mostly uneventful. Had some time to do stuff. I wonder if a couple of times throughout the trip I can spend my intel point, cast some hedge maths, and regain them with slow rest, just to help dry out people's clothes, that kind of thing. It's just a cantrip.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, that you guys have had enough. It's 15 miles down the canal, but it was slow enough and calm enough. Once you guys are out in limbo, you guys
have an old mule and her name is Sal before 15 miles on Manchester Canal. How do we do everything to the way here on Manchester Canal? I'm not the singing bush. I'm sorry.
Well, you're the singing blurb fly.
Singing Buzz.
Yeah, singing. Okay. Let's also say that again. The person you're floating up to now, this Robo Dog Man goes out, grabs the rope, throws it out to him. He does a quick, and pretty expert, flip of the wrist, which, you're all tied up there. So he certainly has some type of experience with this, to say the least. Let's see. Also, I should say that as you guys get close, let's have everybody roll to see if you can handle. To be quite honest, handle the stink. Pete, your guy, Buzz does not need to right now. In fact, you're in heaven. But
hey guys, what's brown and smells like a bell? Dung.
I'll give you a Benny for that. Okay, so yes, everybody, roll to see if you can handle functioning as normal right now from this initial waft of. Again, Liverpool is an industrial city that's been crammed into another industrial city, and there's partial walls around it, and parts of Limbo honestly are so close to what's Liverpool anyway that they don't even need the walls. It's absolute, it's rusting. It's still smokestacks everywhere. There's no laws as far as environmental laws, so you can actually see, yeah, everybody's worried. The Manchester Canal, which again, coming through Limbo, picking up all the junk, absolute junk. You thought that was bad. Actually, here, once it hits Liverpool and then floats out into the, the diseased sea here, is even worse. So you can actually see pipes spewing, day glow, chunks of who knows what into the water. This is the worst pollution. So everybody roll, if you could. If you have, you're not going to have a not get sick in Liverpool ability that I know of. Yeah.
But to spend XP.
Wait, I have XP to spend. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's yeah, it's
Short-term
definitely
benefit. Iron
exactly.
stomach.
Yeah, and you'll need it to say the least. So yeah,
What,
everybody.
1d20?
Yes, and it's going to be might. Just kind of a basic might.
I'll put a level of effort into that one too.
I
got
rolled a 19.
5.
I'm awesome.
I'll talk about your additional benefit in a sec.
So Zaya is feeling quite ill. Quite ill indeed.
How ill?
I got a 5, so pretty ill.
Ill. Got it. Perfect.
I got
Yeah.
a 12.
Okay. Also very, very ill.
I got a 15.
Okay. It feels like it's about ready to come up, and you somehow managed to control it, and you can tell me how in a second, but you managed to do your thing. Buzz is at heaven. Okay, and the 19 for you is, you know what? You're not going to have to roll again, Rob, for to have sorry, what's his name again?
T-Bone.
T-Bone, the disco spider.
T-Bone.
I was trying to get the full. So T-Bone, the disco spider, is now actually used to the smell enough to be like, okay, you got through it, and you can get through it from here on out.
It's simple mental exercise, people. Just
Yeah.
You just do it.
Yes.
I can't believe you guys are still falling for the idea that there's a smell here.
There's no such thing as smell.
No, the smell is real. The source is, you guys are completely clueless about where it's actually coming from.
Truth. Yes.
We all experience the smell differently, and in your heads it's bad, but to me it's steak, so it's fine.
Oh, don't talk to me about steak.
Yeah, steak.
Oh.
Kaboo!
Smells like mom's home cooking.
So those that are hurling or doing your thing, know that this is going to come back. You're not going to get too far before this wave of nausea and everything is going to be coming back. So you're going to get through this moment here. You guys are looking like just Manchester punks as far as the Liverpool people would be concerned. In fact, at this point, I'm going to say that there's a passerby, just a regular Liverpool guy, and he's a robo man. He looks over at you guys, and he's kind of sloppy dressed, and he's got his not quite a tracksuit, but something that is mismatched, and maybe the bottoms are sweatpants, and one of his shoes has a hole in it. He's doing it. He looks over at you guys puking and doing your thing, and he just shakes his head and starts laughing.
I know, right?
I threw some chunks at him.
I swear it. I swear at him in Ukrainian. Yeah.
Awesome. The beauty is he's probably seen this so many times that he's just far enough away from you that he
Redacted. That means you lost it, right?
You want to
Nice.
ask us something, you do it in English, buddy.
Perfect. So it's pretty clear his Portuguese is not native from his accent. And so he says, I'm so sorry. And I won't do the accent, so it would kill your guys' ears.
That's happened to me.
Yes, exactly. I'm so sorry. It seems there's been a bit of a mix-up. Yeah, thank
Telling
you.
me I came here for nothing, and I stare at Josiah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He says, "Oh no. And he says, I'm Mutcliffe. My name is Mutcliffe." And he looks at you guys as if he's expecting you to say something specific. I'm Mutcliffe.
The blue cheese floats in the wind.
He laughs a little bit. Yeah. And
Yeah, our contact.
I am Mutcliffe.
Do we know this? Are we forgetting this guy?
Our contact.
So,
I am Buzz. So nice to
confusion.
meet you.
can I just step up? Can I step up to him and just explain that our contact was fucking drunk and broke his skull, and we have no instructions except for it to come here.
Ha, which is true.
Yes.
Of course.
Oh, fine.
Speak the truth for once.
And you do have, I don't, do you
What is
still
true?
have the, with the
Yeah.
seal, the letter with the
Yeah.
seal?
Yeah, it's
We have it. Josiah has it in his quote.
Yeah, I wanted
That's
to make
one of the
sure.
things I made sure to try and make dry with my magic on the way.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's have a, do you have persuasion? Just do it.
I got persuasion. I got persuasion at the yin yang.
I bet.
I actually have. Oh,
you
hold
can
on.
help them.
Where's my character sheet?
Allow an asset from Jack. I'll allow you an asset.
I have an asset
Actually-
in bureaucratic or pleasant social interactions. I think this
counts.
qualifies. Yes.
Okay, so a
Pretty
persuasion roll with drop down 2 because Jack just being there just the persuasive aura anyway.
Mhm.
And that counts as another. And if you want to use effort, you can. It's totally up to you.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So this is int,
Mhm.
or
Correct.
except I forgot how to spend.
While this is happening, I sent Sheila to look around.
Okay.
Just
Perfect.
case the area.
So
Perfect.
how do I?
Yeah. So
how much do I
if you
spend?
have a, it's 3 unless you have an edge. Because at tier 1 you may have an edge in int. I'm not sure. It would only cost 2.
My edge is not an int, so
Okay.
it'll cost me 3. So down 7, update, and then so I'm rolling. Here we go.
So, and you dropped it how many? 1.1 step?
One
Of course,
step and
of course, you're
two
tier 1.
assets, and I rolled a 16. So
Excellent. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say it's good then. Although it still dropped it to a 12. Okay. So the confusion melts into what looks like exasperation. And at this point, again, Robo Dogman here is still to his side, and he says, if you'll allow me just a second, I'll translate in a second. And he looks over to the Robo Dogman and says, como sempre é uma coisa com Josh Vrashuash, ele é chefe de merda. And at this point,
Oh,
the
what is
Robo
the fuck
Dog-
up with that guy?
Got the last one.
I understood 3 of those words.
Exactly.
I have a hunch what that last bit meant, but not.
Yes. Perfect. And the
As
Robo
always,
Dog-
it's a total shit show with that guy.
So Robo Dogman at this point, now kind of the vibe around you guys again. He was very friendly before, but now seems even more open. He seems even friendlier. His tongue starts to hang out a little bit more. His camera-like eyes, kind of like the irises, what is it? Dilate just a little bit. He seems a little more, friendly. Let's see. Is anybody okay? Who here is part dog?
Yo, I think I'm
Okay.
the only one.
Oh, excellent. And you're a 3-fer though. Okay,
Yes.
so you only So a third, up to a third of you is, however you want to do it, is dog. Well, it would be a third. Okay. Although that's the math on that. Okay. You just based again, now that you have a friendly here, Robo Dogman, you can have some basic communication with him. You think at least to the point where even better than just pointing, you can get, let's say, like the equivalent of like a 2-word sentence. Any 2-word sentence or command that you can come up with, you can kind of bark and grunt as you're gesticulating and connect to that dog side of him and communicate. So you've got your 2 words.
He clearly does know some English. This is just proof that you were lying to us.
Exactly. Right. Now, man in the bowler hat says, "Oh, may I please present? This is Zé Mané, and Zé Mané here at this point takes out from his cool jacket, another one of these Royal Yeoman Warder undercover badges.
Say my name, say my name.
Yeah, exactly. Zé Mané, which
I like that, Pete, you still go for the thing that all the rest of us are like fighting ourselves to not do.
that is
do it.
absolutely
Don't do
that
it.
is Pete Sauber in a nutshell.
Nope. I'm in a great bloody nutshell.
which is why we love it. Okay, and I'll tell you, actually, in Portuguese, it is a particular type of nickname, and I'll tell you guys later. But it's not terrible, but it's kind of like the dude who says "What's up" kind of thing. So think of like the dude, kind of, or So Zemane here, at this point, is kind of also gesticulating and using his Portuguese, but he's also able to give a bit of an apology that that T-Bone the Disco Spider picks up on a little bit. So what you get from him is so sorry. In
And I
English.
should say, it's cool.
Desculpa, foi meio coisa, sinto tanto, and you get so sorry. So
It's count as one or two words. It's cool. I pat him on the back.
I'll say yes. I'm going to say yes because grammar in the near future. Yes, cool.
I mean, the alternative is "it cool," which is close enough.
No, I got a better one. I pat him on the shoulder and I say, "Good dog."
Beautiful. Which, because you have
Who's a good boy?
Yeah, if one of you guys tried to do that, wouldn't try it. You guys saw his weapon before, his big bat. Okay, so now here you are on the shore. Everybody is out of the rover boat, which is tied up, still there. You have Mutcliffe, who is your contact, and he's Royal Yeoman Warder undercover. And you have
those badges, do we?
Of course. No, not yet. No, actually, that's the thing. You guys are outside of the organization, so you guys, wouldn't have this. You're the A team off the books, or the Z team, as it were. But you guys obviously are working directly with. Now, the one I don't want to say red flag, but obviously a strange thing is Royal Yeoman Warders, again, work for specifically in answer to the King of Manchester, King Jazz. They're like a private security force for him, and they take care of that particular district. But they also have wider global reach, because they're doing a lot of deals and things like that. The Royal Yeoman Warders, the beef eaters, although you don't say it in front of their face, are again, this is Manchester. So now you have an undercover Royal Yeoman Warder who doesn't speak English and is coming from São Paulo down there. That's something quite odd. That again would come up for all of you guys. So that is it. Mutcliffe asks, he says, do you have any other questions before we go to someplace quieter to wait for our contact?
Well, you could.
Well, the advice for dealing with this terrible smell.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you get
Liverpool.
used to it eventually. Just tell me you get used to it.
I hope.
Flapping out the park is like, place is going to has dryer, yes.
Yeah, Liverpool. Ugh.
Can I ask him, you could just tell us what we're supposedly here to do so that we can figure out what we're actually here to do.
He says, did Josh Frosh give you no information whatsoever?
No, he literally.
He gave us some nice haze and a Janus Fontaine
basically
record.
threw him in an ambulance when we met him.
Oh, yeah. At this point, you can see, again, an eye roll. Is exasperation more than anything else. He says, well, what I can tell you is that you are the consultants. I was expecting, at this point he looks around and he looks now at you, Buzz, and he asks, he says, would you permit me to run a quick info scan on your Blurbfly, please? He tips his hat. He feels, it looks like he's, or it sounds like he's hurt to even have to say it, but he kind of has to do it.
What you talking about, Willis?
Perfect. in just a standard info scan, just an orange beam, and he picks up a little hand scanner, and he has honestly some pretty impressive shadow tech here. And these are, I don't want to say it's equivalent of the wonder wall you guys just passed through to get out, but it's something that specifically for blurb flies.
Well, I want to first make sure that he's indicating Sheila and not pointing at Buzz.
Oh, no, definitely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pointing at Sheila.
Okay.
Yeah, the size of you, part of the initial confusion, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, and he
Well,
asks,
yeah, Sheila's got nothing to hide. Come on down.
Okay, so with Sheila down, again, a quick little, and you see it come out and go zip, zip like this, and you hear a little beep, beep, and a little green light goes on the side of it, and he looks at it, and he puts it in, and he says, "Thank you so much," and then he says, "All right," and now he continues with this story.
What were you looking for there, buddy? Anything we need to worry about for the future?
Yes, he says, checking for bugs.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, Liverpool, they're not necessarily known for their sense of humor, I suppose. I guess, but he sees that that's the way other people tell jokes, so he does that. So yes, is basically making sure no bugs, that you haven't been bugged, or your bug hasn't. So at this, at this point, he continues. He says, "We're waiting for a contact. We're going to, again, a quiet place to wait for him or her. I don't know. This is the first time I will have met them as well. It's my understanding that you were all Portuguese speaking, and I'm not sure."
Sorry about that. No one told us of that requirement.
Well, I spent all that time in classes, Portuguese classes. I did all this extra work, and now.
Well, muito obrigado for that.
Nice.
That's all the Portuguese I know.
I'll allow it. Yes, perfect. So he says, okay. He says, let's go back and wait for this contact. It's supposed to be in the next 2 to 3 hours at most, and then we can fill you in on more. It's my understanding you work with us Royal Yeoman Warders, but not with us. Is that your understanding as well?
Yes, I believe that's the arrangement we agreed to. Okay. Parallel path and all that, under your component, not, etc., and independent contractors, non-liability, all the things in our normal clauses.
All knowledge of our Mission Impossible team will be disavowed, and this tape will self-destruct in 10 seconds.
Nice.
What an odd reference.
Yeah, exactly.
Go anywhere to meet another contact. Is there any code phrase we need to know in case you trip and hit your head?
Yes. He says, I'm just supposed to introduce myself and emphasize who I am. My name is Mutcliffe. Was there, let's see.
What kind of response are you looking for?
Anybody, let's see, if there's anybody who's robo, yeah, of course. You have a playback, you have something playback, at least for that, to get. When he flashed the badge, you guys are close enough. You saw, his name is not Mutcliffe at all. In fact, yeah, here's, of course, his name is Zed Zoffran. I'm so sorry, guys, but
how do you spell Zoffran?
Zed Zoffran, Zedzoffron. It has an umlaut over the second O. Between Josh Vrashawash and Zed Zoffran, I'm trying to throw you guys for some loops, But anyway, Zed Zoffran was what was on there. But he's introducing himself as Mutcliffe. Again, whether that's a code name for the Royal Yeoman Warders, you guys don't know or not, but that's how he's introducing himself. Okay, he says, let's please follow me. We're going to be walking, just 2 blocks through to the our old the Withy Grove stores building. and we'll be waiting for our contact in the next 2 to 3 hours. And he starts walking. At this point, also, sure, you guys have Zemane as well. So he walks with his buddy, and you can hear them talking back and forth. And again, the only thing you're understanding is Zemane is very confused. Por que eles não estão falando português? Por que eles não estão falando português? And then a whole bunch of shit talk about Josh Rashwash. So so far, yeah, so
Well,
far
that part we understand. Yeah.
yeah, truth. So far, the Royal Yeoman Warders seem to be pretty legit, except for your immediate boss, who seems to be an absolute apeth. Ha. So there you go. The Withy Groves stores limited is, again, it looks like everything else here that you've seen in these first 2 blocks of Liverpool and everything you've heard about. You know, the pavement is stained. It looks like it hasn't been swept of grime in years. You can see the dust settling on all the windowsills and everything. All, you know, there's this industrial soot everywhere. There are way fewer people than Manchester. In fact, you see someone walking here, someone walking there, maybe someone pushing a pram. Haha, look at me. You know, with a screaming child inside it. You see the occasional robo dog chasing its
Child
tail.
probably has a nose.
Truth. They seem fine. Robo dog chasing its tail, but it's not overcrowded. The Withy Groves store limited still has its paint peeling. It says safe desks, and then Withy, and then the rest of the paint is off. It looks like it was probably painted a century ago, and it looks like it's abandoned, but there's no sign saying abandoned. And he walks right up, Mutcliffe here, and opens the door. It's unlocked and open. Walks in. Zemane walks in, and you guys can walk in if you like. I'm not saying that to be scary. I'm just giving you guys agency.
I follow them. I follow him.
Okay.
Can I investigate the entrance first?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So give me a roll. It's going to be 1 step harder because you're not a local.
Can he have an asset for watching this Josiah walk in first?
Can I have an asset for not trusting anyone?
Nice.
He gets an asset for watching Josiah catch the blade that comes across at neck level. Man,
no. He certainly watched two people walk right in. So the data showed that there was no Indiana Jones style. Only the penitent man will pass.
In the Latin alphabet, Jehovah starts with an I.
Neil. Okay. Yes. Let's roll for it.
Walk through door is leap of faith. That's.
All right. I don't think I have anything useful.
Wait, does Josiah have to roll?
Nope. It's just a kind of investigation or a really
18.
taking
18. I'm rolling
Okay.
good today.
Perfect. So I'm going to say that even if other people want to look or something, we're not going to roll for it. That's good. So what you're again, you're noticing that it looks like it's abandoned, but it isn't. You're also noticing the only thing that really doesn't have this industrial soot everywhere. There's a little bit of almost looks like a shuffle path to the door. Again, everything is this horrible grayish, blackish soot, and it smells horrific. And also the doorknob around there is clean. And there is actually on one of the upper windows, you can actually see a circle that has been rubbed out, by hand through the dust, and you see someone looking down like this. You can only see from here to here, but you can tell it's a robo-dog, and because of the ears and the nose and the chrome. and it's looking and it's making absolutely sure what's going on in front. Everything else seems to be, just groovy.
I'm gonna walk up and just go in front of Josiah.
Okay.
Cut him off. I'm going first.
Do it. I'm gonna say
I'm supposed to be the muscle here because clearly Josiah is not.
nice. So should we do a GM intrusion where you guys both shoulder in at the same time and are stuck in the doorway?
No, like Josiah doesn't care. Like, oh yes, go ahead. Always handy. Go for it.
Nice. So
Besides
T-Bone
being stuck
walks
in a
in.
doorway with T-Bone the Disco Spider, I wonder if your face is going to be shoved in his crotch at some point, considering how tall he is.
Josiah's tall, but yeah, T-Bone's taller.
Yeah, all stretched out, and yeah, he's messed up. Yeah, so you walk in and a blade comes through and cuts off your no. So no.
Way to go.
You walk in first. Immediately, your eyes adjust. You've got enough of different things happening in you to allow that to happen, genetically at least. So very quickly, you can see this looks cleared of everything. It used to be probably a safe shop. Safes, quite literally, big, giant iron. There's still doors leaning against the wall. There's tools, but at one point, they created safes for people, and everything's been pushed up against the walls. There is a stairwell going up to a doorway that is open, but you imagine that goes to the second floor where you saw, this robo-dog, and there's no one else in there other than the two people that walked in before you. As the rest of you guys go in, I imagine you guys are walking in. Okay, as the rest of you guys are going in, what about Sheila? I should ask that.
Well, Sheila's coming in with us.
Gotcha. Okay.
But she's coming in behind. She's watching the rear.
Perfect. And yes.
That's right, baby. Stay on my tail.
There it is. I can just imagine just like blurb fly and then like a mini blurb fly. It's just weird. It's very Vurt.
We want $1 million.
There it is. A mini. Yeah. Okay. So you're in there. Zemane starts pacing back and forth. He puts in a lucid blue, and his furrowed brow kind of goes up, and then he kind of is giggling. Esto es muy bon, meu boy, muy bon. And he kind of grabbing in front of him, and he pop, pop, boop,
Pokemon.
pop, boop, pop, 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 pop. I see. That's what he's doing. So the lucid blue in there, you don't see a tag on it, but he's having some type of AR style experience there. Yeah.
We had another lucid blue in the party that we still had not identified. Could we do another try with that, please?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think you should try it by sticking it in your mouth.
Yay!
Well, there's that. I'm hoping it's a Portuguese translation blue. That would be nice.
That would be really helpful.
A Barney Stone? Yeah.
No, that's one of them. That is one of them.
So I am trained in Vurt lore, and I rolled a 13.
Okay. It's a lucid blue, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's got it?
I think so, right?
I've got it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say you can't identify it. But the fact that you can't identify, you concentrated everything, without getting metagamey. The concentration in your knowledge, that should have been enough. It's a lucid blue. You smelled like you've seen a million lucid blues. This one's tougher to crack than maybe even most lucid blues. That's what you got. And remind us all where you got it. Yeah, where'd you get it from? Was that just?
I think we found that in the Vurt van.
Yeah, I think it might have been in the
van, right? Your old ice cream style, your ice cream truck kind of thing, right? Right. Again, which was being used.
That'll be ours by the time we get back to Manchester.
It's true. And these were illegal items that were being offloaded for Josh Rashuash, who was already dipping into the, getting high on his own supply there. But so these were already pretty legit. So it's a special one. Yes.
Yeah, take it back after Buzz is done like huffing it here. Be like, you have one job.
Yes, exactly. I love the fact that this lucid blue feather. Oh, here we go. Look, this lucid blue feather that that you have is one that you're again. This is
Confounding.
It's confounding, exactly. So Robovert dog Zemane is going around and he's doing this. Pop, 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 pop. And yeah, and Mutcliffe there takes lucid blue of his own and he puts it in and he starts pacing kind of back and forth, and you can hear him, yes, yes, no, of course, Vrashwash, as always, as always, as always. Nope, told them nothing. Nope, nothing, not at all. And then he looks over at you guys, and without being rude, he can see he's within earshot, and he tips his hat and he'll say, "If you'll excuse me," again, the most polite way possible, and he walks farther away and starts pacing or kind of looking back and forth and mumbling more. So he's getting deeper into the call.
Could I just send Sheila quietly nearer, closer to listen in?
Yes, it's going to take, you're going to have to control. Here's your blurfly controlling coming in. This is, I'm going to say, because yes, he's into the call, but it's still it's still an intimidating task right away. Without anything else, you're already thinking, damn, I'm intimidated. That's the way I'll say it. But if you have any assets that can help you control the blurb, or you want to spend a level of effort to drop it another asset.
Oh, what do I smoke a little haze and then do it?
Will that help? Oh, haze does
the asset for all intellect based.
All intellect based. Yeah. If you got it, smoke it.
Yeah, I got it from Josh Roshenrosh. What the fuck?
Listen, man.
Useful from that guy.
You know what? I'm going to say this. That right there, you doing that is not only going to give you the asset for it, but it's going to make everybody else avoid the next stink roll. Because
nice.
You may not like the smell of haze. It may smell like the bottom of an ashtray as far as you're concerned, but at least it's not Liverpool air. So I love it. Yes, hit the haze. If you got them, smoke them. So you have haze. You'll get it for intellect task. Drop it 1. Are you going to use effort at all?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's the haze is level. Oh, so the haze is level 3. Oh no, I only rolled a 2, so it's level 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And remind me again, that's how long it lasts, correct? It's duration. Not.
Oh, sorry. An asset for all checks.
Mm-hmm. Intellect checks, yeah. That lasts for the duration. So, okay. So it's now down 2 already.
10 minutes per level, yeah.
10 minutes per level. Do you have any blurfly control skills or abilities specifically that might help, or even stealth, kind of stealthy things? All anything. Okay, so it's down 2. All right.
Just my regular blurfly control.
Do it. Now I'm gonna say, yeah, go for it.
I rolled a 15.
You got it. Okay. Yes, it's going over there to listen. Now here comes the first GM intrusion, and here's what I'm gonna say. You can get over there. You can continue to hear the tail end of what you can hear as a conversation ending, and he'll know that he's being listened in on, or you can avoid it and pay me the XP. You know what I'm saying? So it's a complication that's going to happen, but you'll be able to hear the end of the conversation, or you'll pull Sheila back before he can see it, miss the conversation, even though you could technically hear it, and he won't know it, and then you pay me an XP.
No, I'm keeping my XP.
Love it. Okay, so you get an XP yourself for this, and give it to one more person. Mm-hmm.
Rob.
Yeah, I heard the dice roll.
Yes.
Very,
Thematically,
okay.
it wasn't really anybody else who.
I know, yeah. At this point, yeah, because it was just no one was helping with the specific task. So that makes sense. Okay, so here's what you hear at the end of the conversation. Josh Frosh, you should absolutely get rid of him. He's a liability. If no one tells me anything, and I should know if there are two groups, then I need to know that there are two groups of consultants. Son of a bit. And he looks up and he sees the blurb fly, and he says, "I'll call you back, thank you." Pulls the feather out, puts it back in his pocket, adjusts his bowler hat, and now his demeanor is very cold, very, very cold, but still polite enough to the point where he's, and he walks over, and he says, "We at the Royal Yeoman Warders operate in a certain level of trust, and while you may not be
Isn't trust nice, especially when it's both ways?"
You're not being paid to get information for yourselves. You're being paid to get information for us. So this polite guy now all of a sudden is kind of being a son of a bitch. But
well, the second you get us any information to get your information, we'll get you your information.
He says, "Can you hold on a second?" He puts back in the feather and he starts walking over there. And now he is just mumbling on a phone, and he's specifically looking up to make sure. And he's talking to headquarters right now. He is pissed. That's what's happening there. It's perfect. That's GM intrusion all the way. Now, RoboDog man, Zemane, is still and he's wandering over to you guys, and he's kind of doing, let's get what is stereotypical. He does a little samba over to you, and he's still going pop pop pop, and he sniffs, like this, and he points to your let's see, Angle's pocket that you have, basically where you put the blue, and he sniffs, and he said pop 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 pop, and he sniffs, going like this, as if he knows. Again, he is out of his. This is a strong lucid blue, by the way. This. So, yeah, he has it in.
Unmute. Pull that out and be like, know what it is.
Yep. At this point, he pulls out his, and you can see they're the exact same one. And he goes like this, and he already starts to feel a little bit less. And oh shit! He puts it back in, and now. So whatever he's doing on a lucid blue, it's strong as hell, like really strong. Because usually lucid blues are, they're all strong. What am I saying? But this one is quick. And again, lucid blues, for those at home, can be reused. That's your, depending if it's a PDF feather, it can be reused. But his lucid blue at this point is supposed to be, it's a one use feather. He just put it back in. Okay, I'll let you guys ponder that. It reactivated. So what you've got in your hand, which is in your pocket, is a lucid blue that doesn't go cream. This is a lucid blue that is not a one-use item. This is a lucid blue that has the same characteristics of a PDF feather, a personal data feather. Again, making phone calls, those things don't go cream. But if there's a trip built inside it, it goes cream. It fades. There's no more dream left in the feather. His stayed the same color when it came out. It was still as baby blue as before. And he put it right back in, and now he's back to pop, 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 pop. Yep. So
you're gonna be like, is what is.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly. You putting it in?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so here's what you see specifically. Should we? Now here's what we're going to describe what the others see of you.
Come on.
Yeah. So as soon as you put it in, the world, you can. You're still in this warehouse, this area, but it's as if every bit of air is filled with bubble wrap. layer upon layer upon layer of bubble wrap, and it's not hindering. You can move your hand through it, so you don't feel claustrophobic. But whenever you want to do this and pop that bubble wrap, and when you pop it, every time you pop it, it's like hearing an entire Janice Fontaine album. It's like seeing a Vurt going to the Shimmyplex for the first time. Like it's joy. It's just fantastic. It just pop, and every time it makes this little pop 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 sound. Now what you guys see, those who don't have this stupid feather, is one more ass hat walking around going pop
Yeah.
pop.
The big tattooed Robo Man Shad. Like
that's the beauty that I wanted to say is, yes, you've never ever seen a Robo Man Shad smile, and this may be the only time any of you do, because he is beaming. And so that's what's happening at this point. Now let's have a. Oh, you don't have to roll for sick. Okay, you don't have to roll for sickness. Never mind. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, now we are at, let's see. You can hear, okay, at this point, Mutcliffe finishes his call. He comes back and he says, he looks a little defeated, to be honest. He looks a little more polite than he was before. And he says, I understand that you also had no idea that any of this happened, but I need you to understand as well that if you can't trust me, then you should not be on this mission at all. I want you to know, for full transparency, I've suggested that you guys be pulled from this, but they did not. They sided with you, basically. So I'm a team player.
Nice.
So I'm a team player, and I'm here to support you. But again, I would appreciate it if you do not try to send your blurb fly after me like this. Now,
It's
at this
okay,
point,
Sheila. It's okay.
yeah, Sheila's offended. There's at this point, you hear a millisecond later, followed by the sound of breaking glass upstairs, and then a thump on the floor above. Eyes go wide for Mutcliffe here. Robo Dogman is still in his own world, and he looks up above, and then starts to haul ass towards the stairs going up.
Sheila, go check it out.
Right.
I'm gonna follow.
Anybody? I was gonna say, anybody can follow. Anybody can even go. He's not fast in his dapper suit and everything, but
I'm going to follow as well. But I assume Sheila is quicker.
Sheila's quicker. Perfect. So at the top
I
of the
will
stairs,
saunter behind everyone else.
even better. Actually, smart. Okay, so once you get to the top of the stairs, and Sheila sees it first and is transmitting these images back, a half a second before you get up to the top, you can see this robo dog, which again, has it's not on the floor with a robo dog. Oops. Maybe something more little, like, again, more werewolf chic, but chrome, and he is on the ground, and he's in a fetal position, and he's groaning, and you can see oily blood, a robo dog, oily blood, pooling out on the side of him, and he's been shot in the stomach. There's a hole and some broken glass through the window exactly where he was looking, and he's been shot in the stomach. So that is the point there where, looking out, you can see that there are 2 drones. Okay, not shadow cops, but the same size, the same makeup as far as a box with shadow smoke in it, a dream snake, writhing through, drone level large with the orange info beams that are sweeping everything around the front in the front right now, sweeping the bottom floor, getting ready to sweep here as well, looking for something buzzing. But again, no Manchester or Liverpool Police Department markings. These are all actually painted to look like camouflage. And like urban camouflage style. So the grays and browns, especially for this part of Liverpool. So it's definitely brownish. Yeah. Anyway, so
One of the
there.
guys on Public Enemy in the background with the berets.
Nice. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. You already have the chain, and there's probably a clock around here somewhere. So yes, that's what's sweeping with the info beams in front. And let's have everybody roll a quick intellect roll. If anybody has anything experience or skills or abilities that would help bring that or help with either shooting or geometry or math or
Well, I have mathemagic, but
okay, that I'll
I can recognize and understand it, and yeah, I'm trained in it besides my mathemagic power.
Okay, so roll for that as well.
Yeah.
And anybody else, it could just be a regular int roll.
I just did an intro and got a 15.
Okay, that counts.
16.
Got it. That counts as well.
3. Sweet 4. Yeah.
3 and 4. Okay. No and no. And I'm gonna go with majority.
14.
Oh, hey,
Okay. Well, that's not. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Trust me. But okay. So two of you seem to know what's going on. Maybe are trying to trace where the bullet came through. But the other 3 are maybe more worried about the fact that there are bullets coming through.
Are there actively bullets coming through the window? It's not just the one shot?
One bullet so far. Just one bullet so far. And again, you heard a doof before, not a bang. So some type of silencer, but not, again, something. And that's all the information you can get at this point. Those, what are they? The klaxon alarms. Is that what they're called? Those.
So wait a minute. Is the shadow box, for lack of a better
shadow
term?
box. That's exactly what we'll call them. Shadow box.
Does it look like they're investigating? They don't look like they took the shot. They look like that's
what that last roll was, is to figure out just that. And there not enough info from everybody to figure that out. Okay. But exactly, the klaxon, they're going loud. It's that everybody can tell is coming from these shadow boxes. They're trying to draw attention to this.
Hey folks, it's the Awooga Waltz. Let's take a march.
So now no one hears from Liverpool. Mutcliffe is. Mutcliffe now again is at the floor, and he's trying to stabilize. He has some type of medical training, and he's trying desperately to stabilize his friend the Robo Dog, who's just groaning, and it looks like he's bleeding out. And again, it's pitiful. It's a bad spot to get hit.
Not to be reactionary, gentlemen, but staying away from the windows might be in our best interest. And Josiah, I think he would sort of. This is maybe terrible, but we want to get whoever this guy is out of the room. So I'm going to sort of lean down and, of course, grab a leg, and he's gonna duck and try to pull whatever his name is out of the room, away from the windows.
Got it.
Drag him across the floor until we can get sort of around the corner.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Perfect. Mike, I should specify the angle. While you saw, while you can see kind of things happening, people running up the stairs or something, you're still popping bubbles. If you want to take it out and follow up, do you do that?
I'll
I figured.
follow along.
Again, Robo Dogman he's probably not facing there at the moment, but you didn't hear anything really. You just see everybody running up. So you.
Yeah, I was distracted from details, but like there's motion, so yeah, I'm gonna follow people because
Perfect. Okay. Great. Okay, so no need to have you catch up for the story there. There. So yes, I'll say that pulling them, it's going to take. Give me a either speed. No, yeah, let's make it, because might is not a problem if you, especially being helped. But let's get a speed roll, and who wants to help drag this at least body out of the way?
Oh.
Or
That sounds like something I should be doing.
nice. So we got
put
3
your big
so far.
strapping warriors up there to do it. Yeah.
Right, 3 so far. We can get 1 more.
I'll help.
Beautiful. And then of course, what's Buzz gonna do other than?
Right.
Well,
Actually,
you're strong enough.
what I am going to do is, now that we're up here,
Yeah.
I'm going to send Sheila back downstairs to watch the front door.
Smart. Good. Okay. So that's fine. So with 4, perfect. So Sheila's buzzing down now. And what you're seeing right away, even as she's going down the stairs, is Zemane has pulled out his feather and he's looking around like, where the hell is everybody? And he looks up. So he'll be caught up here. Okay, with the 4 of you guys, let's have everybody roll a speed roll, a basic speed roll. Don't use any. No, we're gonna do a GM intrusion
Oh no.
for this. Another one. Why not? We need to
No,
get this.
no, we're not. No.
Yes. Jack. So you are. Yeah, you started this. So here's your choice.
Started it.
You started it, man. Your choice is to pull, obviously, to get the XP, pull this person to safety, but knowing that as you're doing this, you're already looking up, and from what you can see in the window, they have the 2 shadow boxes have their weapons pointed directly at you.
Okay.
Or at the window, and you can actually see them focus on you, so you know that you're now even pulling quickly across is going to be difficult because they're going to start shooting.
I got an idea.
Perfect. Let me tell you, if you don't want to do it, which is I know you do. If you don't want to do it, you pay me an XP, and you guys can hunker down where you're at.
Well, so instead of paying you an XP, I have Vaz. I have a little tube of Vaz and my person. Can I spread some on the ground and use that to make the
Oh yeah, a slick. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a great use of Vaz. Fuck yeah. Sure.
Hang on, I've got to something that might make this a little bit easier, of course.
All right.
And Josiah, so he things, and he sort of ungrigs the tubes and just spreads it on the ground real quick.
So as you're spreading it, oh, by the way, you get 1 XP and you get 1 more to give to somebody else.
Okay, I will give it to T-Bone.
Got it. Getting mad XP.
I was gonna say,
I'm rich.
Second to grab. Perfect. Okay, so now with that Vaz idea, everybody's so the whole challenge is going to be, or the difficulty is going to drop 1. Absolutely, that's a great use of it. Okay, so now it's going to make everybody slip, so we know here. So normally I'd be raising a difficulty of even just traversing, but since you guys are just trying to kind of, I'm guessing, slip and slide and get your ass safely to the stairwell again, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because the rest of it is under fire, or is going to be. Okay, now, so everybody, that drops it for everybody. Everybody roll now. This is a speed roll.
This is kind of as a speed defense task, or?
Yeah, it's to get there without. Yeah, you'll see what it is once it starts.
Yeah.
I got a 7. I'm going to spend XP to re-roll that.
Okay, wait. Actually, before you spend XP, we're going to do a group.
Okay.
It's going to be number of, so you may spend XP or you may not. So let's see if you have to.
Okay.
I use flight, not fight. If you use your action only to move, the difficulty of all speed defense tasks is reduced by 1 step here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for you, I'll drop it even farther. Okay, and I'll count that as a success if you hit that number. Okay.
Rolled
All
a
right.
17, so there we
Okay.
go.
So 1. Okay.
I like it better now.
Yeah. Who's who's next on
I've got
on
I've
the
got a
slip and slide?
3.
A 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So hold on before you may have to spend XP if you want to.
Yeah.
Next we have now you'll still be doing this speed roll, Pete, for Buzz, because you're still flying. Obviously, you're
Okay.
not necessarily slipping. Yours is not getting hit with.
Well, I'm actually not helping pull the body because I'm not much help with that, but I'm
Right.
trying to study the shadow boxes a little more.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. So okay. Oh, that's right. There were 4 of you guys.
Yeah, so
Sorry,
I'm
there's-
also helping. I'm trained in speed defense and also all movement tasks.
movement tasks. I'll say yeah. So that'll drop it. Okay. So roll. So 9 or above for you.
18.
Okay. So 2 successes, 2 failures. Here's where Pete, you're going to do an intel. If you're looking around, you're figuring out the lay of the land. Give me an int roll to see if you can find something to yell out of, like left or right or something to break this tie, basically.
Okay. I rolled an 18.
Excellent. Okay, so what do you yell? What do you yell before you guys start slipping and sliding? And this will be our last as we go to break there, as you guys slip and
Push him
slide
out,
down.
shove him out, way out. Boom. Push him out, shove him out, way out.
Somehow that helps you guys as you're slipping and sliding it down. It's like a slip and slide with a whole bunch of I don't know. It's just absolute. It's a mess. It's a tangle of people falling, hitting, grabbing, sliding on this vase, hitting the edge of the stairwell, and starting to slip down like slinkies. Some of you head over heels, this and that, down the stairwell, as you guys are hearing thup, 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 above you guys, and breaking glass everywhere. And you guys are sliding down to the bottom room there, and you hit Zemane, who's coming up at this point, and he goes down, and it's a big mess, and everybody keeps sliding because this is Vaz, sliding all the way across, slamming into the front door, which is closed, and then in a big mess of everything with the klaxons going on outside, you actually can hear now at this point. And where's Sheila? Last bit. Sheila's downstairs looking, right?
She was watching the door, yeah.
Okay, perfect. This is outside the door. So from on the outside, you hear bump, 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 and then you hear steps back, going back, and then you hear a and something getting ready to rising. Something is powering up, and that's where we'll take our break.
I was gonna say that's where the action stops, and Waylon Jennings says, "How them Duke boys gonna get out of this?"
Yeehaw! So cool. So we'll take a 10-minute break, and then we'll come back and see what this power-up sound is going.
Okay.
Cool.
I think
Nobody's
it's
gonna get to drive
very
it back.
promising.
All right. See you
Good
guys in
things are going to happen.
10. Yep. Cool.
Hold on, I'm going to open my bed.
Hi. Too late. We're on.
Nice. And we're back. Nice. So welcome back to Liverpool.
Them Duke
Okay.
boys in a heap of trouble.
Yep. So when we left our intrepid explorers here, the sound of some type of energy, something powering up is going. There was a knock, and then there were steps away. No one has to roll an intellect roll to understand what's about ready to happen to the front door. So I'm certainly going to let everybody do what you need to do to get away from the door. But it sounds as if, somebody is gonna do something to this door. Now, how big, you don't know, but that's what's what.
We got company.
And okay.
I'm gonna shadow up and drop this guy because fuck him.
Yeah.
And go back like midway up the stairs.
The guy outside the door?
No,
No,
like the guy we're carrying.
Oh yeah. Exactly. I was wondering. Yes. So not the person knocking. The actual. Yeah. Actually, let's say that for now he's slid into a spot where he's on the ground, and as long as he stays on the ground, he'll be in a better spot than maybe
he's fine.
Else.
He's fine. Already laying low.
Cool. So if there's any abilities to start or things like that, now is the time. I'm just throwing it out there. So as
No.
yes, as excuse me, as this you hear zzz, and then a tiny bit of silence before, and the door sucks outward from your perspective. It doesn't splinter towards you guys, it splinters back and spins as it does. And it sounds like and there's this very strange looking device on the back of a lorry. Oh, we'll keep it Liverpool. A flatbed there that has kind of looks like a cannon, but it has a wide, in some ways it looks almost more like a gramophone instead of a gun barrel. It goes way wide out, or a giant trumpet of some sort. But all the mechanics, it's very clearly shadow tech. You can see the smoke going through the tubes and the wires, this and that. But there are also the smoke is kind of clearing, but it seems as if the door has been splintered and sucked into this thing, almost like those, like a reverse leaf blower. I'm not sure, but that's what it is. And the fella who's actually operating this thing from the back of this flatbed, he is dressed in camos as well. The same print as the two shadow boxes, which are still buzzing above. And this guy appears to be pure human as well. He has a helmet. There's no markings of any organized either police force or governmental agency or even like private security force. There's not a single logo. There's no names.
This guy starts speaking Portuguese, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
And then he says, no, exactly. So he's doing that. His again, looks like a pure human. He is, he's doing something to get the next whatever prepared. You can see he's fiddling with it and trying very quickly. Behind the flatbed at this point, also two other people look out, one from either side of it. And they're also dressed in camos. They also appear to be pure humans. You can't tell much of who they are, or much more than what you can see from like here to here. One of them appears to be, again, maybe she's pure human, but she also is absolutely camoed up, with, and she seems to have night vision goggles of some sort, even though it's daytime. Again, that's what they look like. The other guy on the other side also appears pure human. He looks a little bit bigger than everybody else, and he has something written on the front of his helmet, and it says "Born to Krull." So Krull, which of course everybody knows is which is a wonderful feather. That has to do with magic boomerangs and
with spinning glaive and
yeah. Well, I no. Who knows what it actually has to do? That's what I've heard. So, but yeah, he says "Born to Krull" on it, and he's a badass basically. Yeah, he's looking out as well, and they look about ready to run towards you guys. That's where you're at with now a double front door that's wide open.
Is
These
Mutcliff
pure
down
friends of
here?
yours? I ask Zed Zafran.
Say what?
These pures friends of yours?
Ah, yes. Oh, no, sorry. Mutcliff, yes. Zed Zafran. Yeah,
Mutcliff.
that's right. Yeah, I was like, well, how the hell did you know his name? That's right. Okay. Yes, Mutcliff. No, he looks like he's he's reaching into. He can't quite get to something now, but he's trying to get himself armed.
Good.
Yeah.
Then I
Gentlemen, we're
toss
under
a gas
attack!
grenade at him.
Yep. Robo Dogman 2, Zemane is he still has his spiked bat.
So these guys are running towards us.
They're about ready to. So you guys have just enough time to kind of assess the situation. Shit's going down. We know it is.
Grenade.
Okay, so Josiah has no weapons.
Right.
So he's gonna. So they're running. They're coming from the. And I missed this. They're not coming from the room we were just in. They're coming from the outside, from like the first floor.
No, correct. So you're on the ground floor again. You slide down. You're on the ground floor of, I would say maybe 40 feet by 30 feet with stuff that's all been pushed to the edge. There was a large double door at the beginning, at the front, and that's been
I got sucked out. Okay.
blown out. So yeah, now you do have a perfect view to this flatbed truck with the guy on top, a gal coming out the side, another big guy coming out the other side, looking like they're ready to keep going.
Okay. I want to. Oh, okay. So I used a milligram of Vaz upstairs. So I'm gonna.
Get out of my way, man. I've got a grenade.
Nice.
I really
How'd
have
you get a grenade?
I've got a
I got a
gas
couple
grenade.
Nexus.
Oh, that's right. Oh, damn. I mean, good.
By the way, Jack, you should
And I,
totally have
like-
a weapon.
What?
You should have a weapon from character
Have a
creation.
weapon.
I only have a 22 caliber antique weapon with one bullet in it, and that is not for this.
Okay, that was an interesting
A
choice.
light melee weapon.
I actually don't have a weapon from character creation,
What?
nor am I trained in any weapons.
Well, I don't even need a weapon.
But I mean, I'm a mathematician, so I'm going to be force blasting and that kind of stuff. But just
Yeah,
just to let you know,
yeah,
it is
that's-
possible.
Pick up anything. Yeah. Well, actually, sometimes in character creation, depending on which.
Yeah,
'cause
like
you either get it
mathematicians
through-
don't need weapons because they use math and magic.
Right, and then if you also didn't get it through a speaker, like sometimes it's
Yeah.
offered in the foci
Yeah.
or the disc. Yeah.
It was the combination, but none of them had anything, so I'm not trained in any weapons.
Yep.
So
That
I was
happens.
gonna say, I'm gonna throw Jack. I'm gonna throw Josiah my staff because I don't need weapons.
your mustache?
My staff.
Oh,
Nice. Nice, of course. The disco spider. What are you getting ready to do a dance off? You're all, hold my staff.
I have no need for weapons. Literally, that is my one of my abilities.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. And you only have 2 arms, right? I know you have multiple eyes, but okay, just
I
checking.
thought about it real hard, but
Yeah, cool. Okay, cool. So you've got now have a staff will work up close. So anybody? Let's see. Okay, so now at this point you hear the sound powering up again. You hear.
Yeah, I'm just throwing this thing. Like, as soon as I saw them and I checked that they weren't friends, I just pushed people out of the way and I threw this thing.
I'm also sending Sheila out the door, but before I even knew she had a grenade, I was going to send her out and to hover above them. And he's going to harass the operator of the thing on the back of the truck, but Sheila's not going to harass the operator when there's 2 other guys flanking them. Before I knew about the grenade, I was going to wait for those 2 guys to come running in and then harass him.
Okay. So are you sending her out the door? Regardless?
She's out the door, but she's going out and up. That was my plan originally, and it happens to be that hopefully that will also avoid the path of the grenade.
It's okay. It's poison gas. She'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Actually, yeah, with a blurb fly. It's not acidic or it's not corrosive. It's not.
I don't know.
No,
I know
I don't.
that it's level 5, but I
Otherwise,
don't
it'd say.
what kind of gas it is. It says C table for some types of gas.
Okay.
So we'll find out because I didn't check.
Yeah, even better. Okay, so oh gosh, oh no. Okay, all right. So you hear, and the grenade and Sheila are going right out the door, and they're sucked right into this thing, just like the door was splintered in, and they're inside
No.
the truck or this giant apparatus. Again, think of Ghostbusters.
Sheila, no.
Sheila and the okay. You hear a little inside the carrier case there, and a little puff of smoke coming out of this giant apparatus in the back. And now this guy's really starting to figure out, something went wrong. But yeah, and now he's again still flipping switches, and now looks like he may be figuring it out. And that's when the other two start running towards you, and we are into the fight. Oh man. Okay, well, we'll see what happens here, but yikes. Damn, that's cruel. Okay, let's get into this fight here. Okay, what's the let's get some initiative order here. Let's see your stats, and I'm gonna have them. Let's see, I have that one. Okay. Again, you guys can roll and everything, or whatever, but you can choose. You can choose. If you want to hold for your combat order, obviously you can.
I am unskilled in initiative.
Okay.
But I keep forgetting the word that it's actually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, initiative. Okay. So, okay, perfect. So what everybody, let's see. Let's roll for it.
Initiative.
Ha! Wow.
I'm slow.
Ooh, I'm trained in initiative and I rolled a 16.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
I'm assuming movement test does not count for initiative.
Nah, not yet. So
I have an 11.
Okay. Okay. So 16 plus that. And you were trained in initiative, Pete?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Everybody else, what you?
I rolled a 2 and I am the opposite of trained. I can't remember the word.
Oh, inability.
Inability, yes.
Oh, you rolled a
Right.
oh.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
My character sheet says you, and
That's just untrained. That's neutral.
Oh yeah.
but then why would I put it on my character sheet? I have to look
It's
this up
it's
later.
roll 20
It's
puts it there by
default.
default.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
Never
just
mind.
so you have initiative.
Oh yeah,
2.
I rolled a 2. I'm terrible.
Okay, so Rob. Okay, perfect. Okay.
I've got an 11.
Okay. Mike 11. Okay. Shar, did you roll?
I got an 8.
8. Okay. Okay. And Jack. Let's
Jack,
see.
you're muted.
Uh-oh.
Oops. Oh no. No problem. Okay. Well, let's see. And theirs is okay. Got it. They're 12. Got it.
Can I see anything from Sheila?
Are you back? Are we? Is that me?
I got a 9 for
Okay.
initiative. Can you hear me?
Okay. Oh yeah, now I can. Yes. Cool. So I got 9. And Rob, you got an 8?
2.
2.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. All right.
There's nothing perfect about it, Alan.
Yeah, truth. Big truth. Yeah. Okay. So Pete, Mike, me. I'll do all 3 of them at once. Jack, Shar, Rob. Okay. Cool. All right. Now we're into combat. Pete, top of the order here. What you doing?
Do I sense anything from Sheila, or did my connection just go?
It's gone.
It's gone.
The
Sheila's gone.
Connection's gone.
Motherfucker!
Oh, I killed a Blair fly.
Okay.
Ah!
So
Yeah, Sheila is no more. It is quite clear.
okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't have any ciphers in her this time.
Yeah, true.
So I'm doing a frame warp.
Oh, okay. Explain what that is again.
Frame warp is basically dimension door in Dungeons and Dragons terms.
Nice.
But I
nice.
spend 2 intellect points and move
Which
anywhere
is-
within a long distance.
Oh. Right.
So
Okay.
I'm doing that to go from where we are inside this building to outside behind our assailants.
Oh, that's rad. Good. That's great. Sure. Absolutely. You're gonna have to roll for it. There's a activation cost, correct?
Yeah, activation cost. Paying it now.
Okay. And also do a roll anyway, because again, we're looking for either 1s or 19s or 20s just to see.
Okay.
Again, you'll still.
Although it does say allow you to move a long distance without making a speed roll, but.
Oh, really? Okay. No, if it says it,
Yeah.
no, if it specifically says that, let's keep to it. Absolutely. Good. Okay. Great. Okay. So you you phase, the fly phases out and phases back behind. You said behind the flatbed.
Above and behind as many of the assailants as I can. Like I got a good idea of where the shadow boxes were and the people on the flatbed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be in a good spot to shoot the shit out of that guy on the truck.
Got it.
Like the
Okay.
top of the next building over or something?
Somewhere around there, yeah, like against the building, so that there's no way for anybody to sneak up behind me.
Perfect. Okay, so from there, you're still maybe 15 feet behind the flatbed, because above you and still in front of you at that point would still be the shadow boxes. So it goes, at this point, it goes the 2 that have rushed to the door are getting to the doorway, or what was the door, are getting to the doorway now. You have phased. Phase. I shouldn't say phase. What is it? What was
Frame
it?
warp.
Yeah. What is it?
Frame warp.
Frame warp. So you frame warp behind them all. Okay. Cool. Next is Mike.
Is that my only action? Is that the only thing available to me? Okay.
Yeah. Unless you want to say or take a. Yeah. The only action, correct. But if you want to say something or communicate with somebody.
At this point, I'm not alerting my presence at all. I'm just popping through.
Cool.
Although, before I go through, I'm going to turn to my companions and say, I'm going to head him off at the pass.
Dig it. Okay. All right, Mike, you are up. So
there's 2 of them starting to come through the door that was sucked out of the frame and stuff.
Correct.
Yeah. Grenades, people getting sucked away, whatever, all that stuff be damned. Angel pulls his electric knife and he tries to body check whichever one is the first one that he's going to reach in the doorway. Just charge him.
Beautiful. Okay. All right. Okay. So go for it. Go for the roll there. Are you going to use any? Do you have a specific fighting somewhere else? Obviously, you've got your knife, but. And this is the first one. Let's say that this is the bigger dude who got in first, going through.
Oh yeah, if Born to Krull is the closer one to me, he's absolutely the one who I'm
Yeah, Born. It would just. Yep. Perfect.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I think I'm
any effort?
I'm trained in weapons, but I don't have anything that's like a specific skill to drop it, other than just being like, you know how to use this. You're not at a penalty. But is that might or speed?
Depends how. It should be speed. If it's a knife, unless you're it's a body check though. I'll let you choose.
Well,
if
I
it
can
has
body
more
check
to do
it
with force,
you know,
with a knife.
If I'm charging
that's
forward
what
into him with the blade, yeah, that's.
Let's do it. No reason not to. Okay.
Yeah, it can be speed.
Okay.
And since I spent
You mean
XP
might?
earlier, either one.
Either way. Totally up to you.
I'll do it with might. Yeah.
Perfect.
So I can spend 2 levels of effort.
Good.
So that is. Oh man, now I
You
have to do
can?
math again. Yes, I spent 4 XP that I had at the end of last session, raising my effort.
That's right.
Excellent. That's my one upgrade. So I only have a couple XP starting this session.
Yeah.
So that's 5 total minus edge. Am I doing that one right?
Correct.
Okay, so 4 might. Let me take that out.
All right. And Born to Crawl has his eyes on you as you're jumping towards him.
Oh, I would certainly hope so. Hey, look what you got coming. Yeah. So fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
7.
6. Okay, you have to hit a 6 or above. So you dropped it enough. Absolutely.
Okay.
So he has. Okay, so let's get this. How much damage does that do?
An electric
There.
knife is a medium weapon, so it does 8
Right.
damage.
8 damage. He has 2 armor. You can feel it as it goes in. That it kind of it hits for sure. So
You
he's
get that
gonna-
great smell of sizzling Kevlar? Yeah. Yeah.
Love it. So 7, 12. Okay, perfect. And you can hear him do what's a much higher pitched kind of squeak than you expected. Kind of a ooh, he's in the Born to Crawl mode. Okay, cool. Next we have them. Okay, I'm gonna say Born to Crawl is gonna lean into your check and try and do the same, try now overpower you, Mike. So Angle, so you're gonna roll to speed defense for him.
Okay. I actually am trained in speed defense,
Okay, I'll drop that.
but I will skip spending effort on it right now
Okay,
because we're babies and we don't have that many points to spread around.
truth.
So yeah, trained in speed defense and
9 or above. 9 or
8.
above. Nope. Okay. So you feel again, this is a force check. He's going through. As he hits you, he gives a quick gut punch to you as well. Again, you have a knife that's stuck into him, and he gut punches you. And this is 5 points of damage. And you feel he has something under his gloves. I should mention they're wearing gloves. The only thing that's showing is like from here to here.
Right.
So there's something under these gloves that's more than just pure human knuckles. Probably knucks. So okay, that's him. Second one to hit the door, the gal who again is looking pretty freaking badass at this point, going through, or fierce, in her camos and everything. She has these night vision goggles that look like night vision goggles, and she holds it up and as if almost looks like she has a headache at first, but then you realize she's adjusting her helmet like this, and then she holds it with two hands like this and aims at who's closest. I'm gonna roll this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. A char. Okay. So yes, going for the other shadow. Shadow Robo Man Shad.
Yeah.
And she is looking at you, and you see they're not night vision goggles. There's something now, and you hear the same kind of power up, and they start to glow on the outside like this, and she's aiming right at you. Now roll for speed defense.
All right, I'm trained in speed defense, and
Good.
I'm also kind of hidden with the show shadow, so
Okay.
that should be an asset.
Sure, absolutely. 6 or above. Okay. This is a pretty close.
Well, I got a 6, so
You got a 6. You got it. That was it.
I
Okay.
barely
Yeah.
dodged it.
12, 9,
Like,
6.
what the-
Yes, absolutely. So yeah. Now here's what you dodge. It's not the same kind of like inversion. What is it? Inversion cannon style, or the shadow tech craziness. It sounds like it, but this shoots out what look like. Well, it looks a little sci-fi, but it's what look like green laser beams. Just a quick bolt of light that goes through, and you dodge past it, and it hits the ground behind you. There's no explosion. There's no shower of sparks. There's no burn marks. But the green light just missed you. Okay.
It's
Green,
okay.
huh?
If it hits you, all it does is it turns you inside out. So there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah. They have some nasty shadow tech. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. And those are the okay. Okay, and the one the guy trying to fix the I'm gonna say that it's gonna take him another because he took in a can, like he basically got his got the vacuum clogged there. It's gonna take another round for him to prepare this for another shot. So I'm done on that. Next is Jack. What's
All right. So what do we got? We got the guy in the truck.
yeah, the guy in the truck. Yeah,
Is he behind some type of weapon, or is he just in the bed
he's
of the truck?
mostly behind. Yeah, you can only see from like here up. He's or you can.
Okay.
Buzz,
If I were talking to you guys, I would say, leave that motherfucker for me.
yeah.
Well, I'm going to start. I'm going to enthrall that guy. Pardon me, gentlemen. Before you continue, may I have a moment of your time? A moment of your time, of course, sir. Sir. Now I see you behind a large weapon. Would you like to know a little bit about the specifications of that weapon? You know how dangerous it is. There are people about here, sir. Do you know there's radiation level on that weapon? You could be injuring yourself. Just like,
Yeah. As you're doing that, you know, or because it's combat also, you're unable to get their attention. They also, again, they're covered from here to here. Maybe they have something there, but they are in full battle mode, and they're so into battle mode they're not even listening. Like if this were kind of a street fight where it was like two thugs with knives at each other, that might work. But it's just because they are in full combat, ready to go mode. So
all right. So so while I'm trying to enthrall and sort of realizing he's not listening to, I'm also going to be Josiah's going to be backing up the stairwell away from the battle, just like sir. So of course now I want you to pay, sir. Hello, anyone in there, sir? And just you guys hear his fading voice as he tries to get away from.
That's the last time I landed a weapon.
Nice. Now here's the case. You hit that second step of backing up. Now roll for a speed defense.
Oh, I forgot there's bats all over that shit.
Yeah. This is going to be intimidating. Do you want to use? No, it's not going to be intimidating.
I got a 6. So he
demanding is 9.
Josiah backs up and puts his foot down on the second step and just immediately flops. It's like, oh.
Love it. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, Shar, you're up. What's? Oh wait, you threw you threw it ahead of time. That's right.
Yeah, that was a surprise round.
Yep. Okay, you are up.
Surprise, motherfuckers.
So you've just dodged light beams. Again, not lasers.
Yeah. So I'm on the stairs, and I just like leap over Angel for this light beam lady, and I've got my mono blade in both hands, and I'm like
nice
right at her face.
Nice. Okay, are you trained in anything, or what can you add anything to it, or you want to add effort? Up to you.
I mean, I can I add intimidation?
I don't think you need to at this point. Especially Robo Man Shad with a mono blade coming down.
But no, I'm not trained in anything that's going to help.
Okay, so go for it.
But I will spend effort.
Okay.
And
this is speed. Oh, or might if you want it.
I'm gonna do might.
Okay.
Because I'm doing like a full body, like trying to bowl her over, stab her in the face, kind of.
Yep. More judo than, yeah.
Okay.
9 or above.
Got a 12.
Excellent. Got it. Okay. So you do that. You tell me what you do, and a mono blade does how much damage?
8 points.
Ah, Christmas. That's right. Vurt's gritty. Okay. Cool.
So I land on her like blade first, and just aiming for her face. I'm like chopping right down the middle of her like crazy mask thing as I'm trying to chop it in half.
She's ducks away as far as she can, moves out of the way. You hit her, you're trying to get that. You do hit her, obviously, but you can't seem to destroy that or knock that off as well. But she is hurt. You hear,
Well, she gets a sucking chest wound instead.
exactly, which is with a monoblade. That's rough.
All
Okay.
chest wounds tend to suck.
Yes, truth. Okay, Rob, you are up. What is T-Bone the Disco Spider doing now that you don't even need weapons?
How far am I from Mr. Vacuum's position?
You could, if you ran there, you could get there, but you couldn't really do anything else. It's just far enough away that's out of.
Even if I was trained in running?
No, you could do that. Sure.
I'm trained in running and jumping, both, and I actually, I will just run because I can use flight not fight here again to make the running easier. So
okay.
So flight not fight would make the run easier. Running would make the run easier. So that takes it down 2. So I'm gonna run.
Okay, do it. Down 2.
And I roll a
6.
1.
Oh no!
Oh no! So the ugly part is this. Because of the Vaz, because we're gonna go full Keystone Cop right here. Because of the Vaz, you are running. All of a sudden you realize you're running faster than you thought you were. All of a sudden you have like the Scooby-Doo legs, and you can't control yourself, and you're sliding, and you slam, you slip and slide, like T. Cruz in Risky Business, sideways into the flatbed itself, and knock yourself back on the ground, and it knocks the wind out of you. You're literally right in front of the flatbed on your back, and that's what.
Good time.
You got there. Got
there. Is creating distraction. Is good job.
Perfect. Now, here's the point where the shadow boxes, which are above, zip down lower to get a better, to get down from the second story down into the point where they can start shooting. Again, it's not like you saw giant clips of 1,000 bullets or anything like that, but they do have these high powered, very precise weapons that you've seen happen. So that's them. It's going to take them 1 to get down to that level, and now they're down to that level. Let's go to the top of the order again. Now we're at Buzz.
Okay. I'm still under the effects of haze, I think.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna mathemagical missile Trailer Boy in the back of the head.
Trailer Boy, I'm gonna call him.
So hopefully, because it's an attack, it's a ranged attack, but because it's mathemagic, I'm assuming that's an intellect-based attack, and so the haze would also be an asset on that.
Oh, hell yeah.
And also because I'm shooting him in the back, he can't see it, so I assume that he doesn't have the greatest speed defense for it, but we shall see.
9 or above. So you dropped it 2? You dropped it 2.
I believe so, yes.
Yes, okay. 6 or above.
12.
Okay, excellent. So you tell me what happened.
All right, first of all, I'm going to pay the price.
Pay the price.
Okay. Now when I moved across the street, my intention was to go not only across the street, but at a height where I would avoid easy melee range of everybody on the ground.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay. It's fine.
So I'm shooting him in the head from behind and above.
Okay. So he does have a helmet.
Oh, he has a helmet?
Yeah, they all do.
Okay. Well, then I'm aiming for something exposed that's near that. I'm not going to aim for
the only thing that's exposed is literally like from here to here. They have like from chin strap to eyebrow.
But I'm looking from behind, but like the back of his neck.
There are absolutely, I mean, even gloves. You see no exposed skin. Now, parts where it's weaker than others, yeah, definitely. But there's no I don't know if you need exposed skin for that particular attack, but.
No. I just I wouldn't if he was only wearing a helmet and camo fatigues, I wouldn't
Oh yeah, no, they have armor.
Okay.
Definitely. He's bulkier than he should be under his camos.
Well, even though I'm from behind his position, he's looking sideways at the machine. Is there any chance I might see that opening?
I'm going to say no, unless you zip to the point where the shadow boxes are going to see you as well. I mean, they're going to see you soon anyway, probably once you shoot.
Okay.
But if you want to do that,
I'm going to aim for the weakest point nearest his head.
okay, that's perfect. So doing that now, the shadow boxes will see that you've now zipped out from behind. So that's cool with me if you want to do that. Perfect.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so for that, and how many points is it?
4.
4 points of damage.
Yeah.
But on that, okay, so yes, perfect. And you hear Trailer Boy start to yell, and then you hit him in the jaw, and his tongue is bleeding, and his tongue is already swelling up or something. It's ugly. It's one of those things where he has this much exposed, and a third of it is a mess right now.
Woohoo!
So yeah.
That's what you get.
Yeah, seriously.
You suck.
Okay. Mike, Engel, what's Engel up to? All right.
Yeah, I feel obligated to try to do something with this guy to keep him out of commission.
Born to Crow.
Yeah, twist the knife and try to get on top of him and stomp him in the face. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do, because those shadow boxes are coming, and that I have a plan for.
Nice.
But yeah, for right now, I gotta try to knock this guy down. Keep him out of the way. So yeah, I'm gonna twist the knife and try to do what I can here with that.
Twist the knife, why don't you?
I know, right?
Literally.
Keep them while they're down.
Yeah. So that's might, we said.
It can be, yeah, depending how you do it.
Yeah, I'll use might again, and I'll use 1 level of effort.
Okay. So
because I'm
9 or
running out
above.
of points. Yes, and
9 or above.
15.
Okay, excellent. Tell me what happens to Born to Crawl here again. Another stab with an electroblade. What's
In a perfect world, yeah, I jab him in the gut with the electroblade. He falls down, and I stomp on his face, and then keep going towards the door. But
I'll say that you're doing that, and he's in the process of falling back. We'll see if he does on his, but you've stabbed him already, and he's starting to go back. No problem. Okay. Perfect. And again, a more high pitch kind of, just come on, dude, you're that big. You've got shit written on your helmet. You need to bellow. I don't know. That's just me. Okay. So
I'm Mr. Born to Crawl, and I'm gonna
Born to Crawl.
Okay.
Now this is okay. So this is the point where it's me. But I also at this point, Mutcliff has taken out he has a knife. Melee weapon. Yes, a knife. So he has his knife out. He's pulled it out, and he's charging towards. I'll have one of you guys roll. He's charging towards Laser Eyes here. Let's have Shar. Would you roll?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just gonna be.
Oh, he didn't hit her.
No. How bad did he not hit her? Okay. So yeah, he looks more dapper than badass, I suppose, at this point. So Mutcliff maybe did a little thing. So there's that. Now they are attacking. Falling back, Born to Crawl is going to try to pull you, Angle, because you're still tangled up, towards you for a headbutt. You can see it coming. You see the what's written on his helmet getting closer and closer for the full headbutt. And speed defense roll.
Angel's got a big grin while he's doing it the whole time.
Right,
too. Yeah. Yes.
Shadow.
So I am trained in speed defense.
Okay, I'll drop it 1.
Okay.
9 or above.
11.
Okay, we got over 9. Absolutely. Okay, so the headbutt, let's say that it goes just short. And then now he starts to fall back.
She's gonna grab him by the face and push him back down.
Absolutely. I'm going to say that at this point, he is now down. You can stomp on the next one, but he did fall down.
Curb stomp.
Exactly. No, romper stomp. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, that was him. Now, I'm going to go with laser eyes here, even though they're not lasers. And she's going to shoot at Mutcliff, because Mutcliff was the last one to attack. So can Shar, why not? Can you roll for her for speed defense as well?
Dodge, Mutcliff. Oh, shit. He got a 20.
She got a 20.
Mutcliff got a 20.
Nice. So Mutcliff not only, again, was a dapper gentleman who sidestepped there, but he also, she fell. I'm going to say that she fell flat on her face and now is trying to turn around and get her goggles or her device situated better, but she's on the ground. She's prone. Okay, cool.
She fell. That happens to no one.
Yeah, it's probably the Vaz. I mean, the fact that the whole floor is slip and slidey now. Okay, now we have the fellow with the inversion. Nice. Yeah, that's what the inversion.
That's the inversion cannon.
Yeah, he hits the radio he's like, oh man, no, wrong one. And then he turns he turns the cannon on you guys. You hear it up like this.
Is the guy with half his face missing?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's still got his cannon up. He doesn't know where he's been shot from where, obviously. Yeah, he just knows that he's got a lip or something. So he's bleeding, he's angry. It's fired up and he hits it. He gets ready to let it go. Now he's doing this also because he sees that Born to Crawl is out of the shot. She is out of the shot. Both of them are prone. Anybody who isn't prone right now is going to be doing a speed defense roll.
I am prone because I have fallen on Vaz.
You have, absolutely.
Because I've fallen on self.
I am not prone because I'm standing over Born to Crawl.
Yeah.
I'm also not prone.
Oh, see, that's the shadow, the Robo-Man Shads. Always getting into the worst trouble. Okay, you guys, this as it fires up, getting ready. You can see it coming and everything, so it's not, and you want to use any effort, let me know, but.
This is speed defense.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use might defense to? No. Oh well, no.
This is literally this is all about
it's like a blast.
Jumping out of the way or
out of your way.
Something out of the way.
I'm trained in speed defense, so I think that's
cool.
gonna be what I go with. I'm not gonna spend any effort on this one.
Yeah, I'm also trained. Let's
Okay.
do it.
Let's make it interesting.
Oh no.
6 or above.
I did not.
You want to re-roll?
A 10.
10,
no,
okay.
I want to see what happens.
Yes.
Love it.
Like, screw you, you're not getting my XP.
I love
this
it.
This is my XP.
That's what we want to see. Okay, now XP is worth it. Okay, cool. So, oh shoot. Okay, so you feel yourself pulled forward. You can feel the smoke, the shadow smoke going first. Of course, it's almost like it's emptying you, of all your shadow smoke. You smash into, this like trumpet, this flared end of this cannon, kind of, again, this giant shadow tech cannon thing. You smash into it. You're going to take, let's see, effects of damage. It's the huge crush. 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And
minus my armor.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And you feel now you're going to roll for a damage. Is it lasting damage? So
Nice.
yeah. So let's see if you can lasting damage. Okay, effect page 142. Sorry. Yeah, this is huge. You got sucked into the inversion cannon. That's
Not
awesome.
much about
Okay.
that XP, huh?
Yeah, you kept that. Okay, so yes, lasting damage effect. Okay. Perfect. So you're going to roll. This is a lasting damage. Let's have you roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll a d6.
I got a 1.
Broken arm. You feel your arm snap up at the top. It feels like a clean snap. And yes, you are stuck, like a sock that's too big for the end of a vacuum in it, pulled, but with your arm broken and kind of twisted behind you, and as you're getting pulled, it's like excruciating pain. Yeah, that's what's happening. And again, your shadow smoke is still, every time it comes out, even in rage, it keeps getting sucked behind you.
And that is what's
So.
happening. I'm just enraged and like there's like a constant stream of smoke.
Exactly, just being sucked into
sucked
this.
out of me.
Perfect.
It's
Okay.
fine. Walk it off.
Walk it off. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for me. Now we are at Jack. You
Oh, I am
you can get up.
prone.
Yeah.
Do I want to get up? I just saw.
Everybody's
I'm
slipping
blocking
around.
it for the rest of you guys.
Where are the two mercenaries in the
Yeah.
room?
They're within reach of you. Maybe 10
Are they
feet
standing
away.
or are they both prone now?
One of them's on the floor
both
covered
prone.
in blood under Angel.
Yep, and the other one is on the ground trying to get her goggles back on. Yes.
Okay, so like Josiah, who's sort of like he's on the stairs. I want to do so. I want to try to aim. I want to try to kick one in the head, the one that's not covered in blood.
Yeah.
He's gonna so he's got Baz underneath him. He's gonna put his arms onto the stairs, and he's just gonna kick. He's gonna push back as hard as he can, and try to use the forward momentum to slide into someone's head.
Yep. Yes, absolutely. And they're already prone, so yeah, go for it.
What am I rolling? Am I rolling?
Yeah, just it would be an attack. But if you want to use anything,
I want to use effort.
Okay, you are going to use? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so down to 6. Okay, so 6 or above.
Okay.
Because you already dropped because he's prone.
7. So.
Or who are you going towards?
The one that's not covered in blood.
Got it. Okay, so the goggles.
The one who's trying to like get her like kicking her in the head.
Yep.
And I got a 19.
Nice.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so this minor effect. So yes, here's the minor effect. You slide right in, like it's literally like it feels fun. Like it's so right on that it feels fun. You're like, whoa. And any math magician looking is like, wow, that was the perfect angle. And slide right in. You kick the side of her helmet and it hits her fingers. So she goes to grab in like this and her goggles come all the way off and hit the floor, or they're already on the floor, and then spin and start to slide out of her reach. So she no longer has her weapon. That's cool. Okay. Shar, you're in there. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to have to do it's a might task, not speed. A might task to get yourself out of this. Like it's like a constant suction.
I don't want to get out. I want to start chopping at it. Like just pull my arm forward long enough to let it suck it back into it with the blade towards it.
This is the non-broken arm, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
the non-broken arm. So I'm just going to just keep doing that. Just
Perfect. Okay. So yes. So, I mean, that's just a basic challenge rating of 15. Okay. So, yeah, you can just roll as if it's an attack. It's challenging 15. Trying to break it. Perfect. Okay. Are you going to use effort?
Yeah.
Okay. Down to,
I'm going to use might for this because I'm trying to crush it.
Got it.
Stab it. Break it.
Mm-hmm.
Bop it. Spin it.
Slap it up,
Punch
flip
it,
it.
flex it, back erase it.
Slap it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Okay. Down
So let's see.
Oh, that's 1. Okay. 12 or above. It's not easy. It's it's a pretty giant cannon.
I got a 9.
Wow.
So yeah,
I'm gonna spend an XP on this one because I'm
go for it.
I'm mad
Go
at
for it.
cannon.
Do it. Do it. So still 12 or above.
No, I got a 10.
Okay. Well,
You an XP?
yes.
You will? All right.
Starting to feel bad for you.
15.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, perfect. Good, good, good. Okay, you after slamming on it, the knife doesn't seem to be doing as much good, maybe, but you finally hit it at just the right angle to where you feel it bend a bit. And because of that, I'm going to say that what's sucking you back into it is like at 50%. And then you hear a little, amongst all the klaxon and all the everything else, you hear a little like alarm, something, a malfunction bell on the apparatus. So obviously it's malfunction. So yes, and you're still again, but it's only at 50%. Great. Rob, you are up.
Okay, where are we at with everybody? Because it got really complicated.
Yep. Okay. So, Born to Crawl is on the ground. Angle is standing over him. We have Jack. Let's see. Josiah has slid all the way across and kicked the goggles off of the other mercenary, who's also on the ground. We have the guy who is the mercenary with operating the cannon, who has his, is bleeding out of his mouth, and
But he's up though, right?
he's up and he's trying now to fix some. As he's looking around, he's trying to fix some this malfunction.
So I slid
And
up.
the two shadow cops, I should say,
read-
not cops. Sorry, 2 shadow boxes are now down at his level.
I ran out to I ended up running out and trying to stop him. Then I slipped or whatever. Like I went too far. So I get up for starters.
Sure.
And I was thinking about having this martial art, like some kind of classy martial art, like Venusian Aikido, like on Doctor Who or something. But I'm actually going to do Mankjutsu. Mankjutsu with army boots. I'm going to do the official bollock kick on this
Sure.
guy.
Mankjutsu, the bollock kick, the old bollock kick.
And I will spend effort on that because
Mankjutsu.
he needs to go down.
Yeah.
Where'd my character sheet?
I love it.
So would that be might or speed?
Up to how you want to interpret it.
I would love it to be speed because I'm good at that.
There it is. So it's all about the grace.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend
The
one
graceful
effort.
bollock kick.
2 minutes, 3 minutes, 12.
Okay.
Okay, so I spent 1 level of effort. I have I'm trained in what am I trained in? What that works here?
Mankjutsu.
Mankjutsu. Well, it's not an official skill on my list, but it will be as soon as I'm done with it.
Yeah, if you connect with it.
But I'm using no need for weapons, so it will do 4 points of damage if it succeeds. And I'm just gonna kick him now.
Aim for the face.
In the balls.
6 or above.
No, in the balls.
15.
It's a 16.
Yes.
Oh, 15. You got it. Okay. So yes, the bollocks kick is incredibly effective.
I want to clarify. Steel tipped.
Yes, most certainly. That's what T-Bone the Disco Spider. So just as he sees you coming around, he pushes himself, all the way up, all the way up over, so there's now nothing in front of him, to see what's going on, of course, at the wrong time. And you can actually hear the 2 shadow boxes next to him say, "Watch out." He looks over kind of this, and then he looks up, and all of your Mankjutsu happens, and you connect, and it's awful. And is that 4 points?
4 points of damage.
Love it.
4 points of damage.
Wait a
and,
sec. 4 points. Listen.
Lasting damage.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what happens. Because it's 12. No, because you hit him for 8 points, Pete, with that missile, or the
four with the missile.
4 with the missile. Okay. So he has 8. Okay. Perfect. Got it. Okay. So yes, he is singing an aria, and yeah, perfect. Okay.
Lasting damage. I roll a D22, and
Yeah.
he's never gonna have children again.
Right. Yeah. He has a deviated septum. You kicked him that hard down there. Sounds worse than it is. Okay. Let's see. Top of the morning at you, Pete. Yes.
I'm dive bombing Trailer Boy,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to sever his spine through the opening I made in his face.
Whoa.
There's always that. There's always that. Do it. Of course, it's coming in the form of this giant, metallic fly.
Right, with my giant claws.
Pincher things. Yeah. Okay. 12. So you anything? Bring it down asset wise.
No, I don't have any assets for that kind of stuff.
All right, roll for it. Let's do it.
I'm gonna roll for it. Let's see. Let this go.
12 or above.
12.
Excellent. Got it. Okay. And how many points does it do?
Well, it's my bare hands, but my bare hands are sharp, pointy, metallic things. So I'll let you make. I would say 2, but
Yeah. Unarmed, 2 fist blurbs. Yes. Light damage, knife, small. No, it'd be fist blurbs. Let's split the damage. Every time you hit with unarmed, you get 3. Because so 3. He doesn't quite expire, but you hit him and he immediately blacks out, whether it's the pain or the loss of blood or something. He's bleeding out, but he's now slumped over. He's still breathing, but that's where
I know this is not enough to make a full determination. I don't have enough time left in this round, but I'm now looking at the controls and seeing if there's an uplink port.
Okay, will do. Okay, Mike, you are up. You're standing over Born to Crawl.
Is he still moving? Is he still acting aggressive?
He's looking right up at you, but he's trying to get up, but again, he's slipping and sliding too. He's vazzed out.
All that vaz and blood all over the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
Reminds me of every other Saturday night.
No shit. Yeah. Cool.
Anyway,
so he's still prone, so it is a little bit easier if you want to do anything that is fairly straightforward.
I don't entirely feel like we should be outright murdering people.
Right.
I mean, sure, we have dispensation from the crowd, but we're not in Manchester. Murder's hard to get out of.
Is it though?
He killed my Sheila. He's got to pay.
Where are the? That wasn't this guy. That was the guy who you've been like smacking
in
the face. So where are the shadow boxes at?
They're still outside, right next to the flatbed. Now, at this point, obviously, turning in to see that there's,
Are they?
What's just happened?
Here's the question: Are they in a position where a charging robo shed man could jump on top of one?
On top of one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sure. Although the Vaz actually is going to make it one step more difficult to see if you can slip and slide your way out of it. If you can do that, yeah. You want to do it?
Yeah, because I figure if I can get on top of one, next round I have a monoblade too, and I'll start opening the top and see if I can find a port in there.
Tin can style?
Yeah. Oh, they have to have cables I can plug into. This is
Most certainly. Okay, so it'll be one step more difficult to begin with. Are you going to use any effort or anything else as an asset?
Yeah, it sounds like a speed task, so I will try to use a level of speed effort if that's cool.
Cool, sure.
All right,
so
I have one edge there.
Okay. 15 or above. 15 or above.
14. Okay, cool. I've got XP.
1 XP.
Yeah. Oh, I really want to do this.
Yep.
Okay. And okay, fingers crossed. 19.
Excellent. Oh, and a minor effect. Excellent. You tell me what you do, and the minor effect is going to be that you're also able to start digging into these cables already. Tell me what. Tell me what happens.
I think it's just that like he pulls the mono blade from the other side. Does he like starts to do it and like kind of like that's what kind of catches as he kind of like starts to go over the top like across the top.
Like a bad rodeo.
This is well, it's like the pirate sliding down the sail on the knife kind of thing.
Absolutely, right? Absolutely.
Yeah, and then he's I'm hoping to find something that I can plug into my interface jack because I'm gonna try to take over a shadow box.
Okay, you know what? The minor effect will allow you to do that. Do an intellect check and give yourself asset. That'd be rad if you could do this in all one fell swoop.
That's it.
Right. This is just to see. Yeah, if you have any, I don't know, hacking or any type of, not hacking necessarily, but.
I have like driving tasks and being trained in any driving and piloting if I'm plugged into something, but not hacking itself kind of deal.
Okay.
Those are all things that may come in later.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you're right there.
Yeah, but I'll spend a level of effort.
Okay.
Actually, I'll spend. No, I can't even remember how many efforts I've spent so far.
Oh, actually, you can't spend it.
Yeah,
technically, it's still part of the same task, even though it's a secondary part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then I don't spend effort.
Yep. 12 or above, then.
13.
Excellent. Okay. So at the end of this part of your action here, you actually pull everything apart and find a spot where if someone needs to plug in,
here's a bunch of cables.
Yep, exactly. A bunch. There's the port, and that's where you're at. Perfect. Okay. So now it's them, or me. Okay. Born to Crawl is going to go first. He is going to try and kick him. Oh, he's going to kick himself. Who's close? Shoot. Jack, you're on the ground. Yeah. You're close. Yeah, you're closest. So yeah, he's gonna kick. So do it. He's gonna try and scoot himself over without even getting up and kick you. Maybe try to imitate what he saw you do. Let's see how if he fails or not. So speed defense.
Speed defense.
Yep.
I got a natural 20.
Excellent.
Of course you did.
Okay, you ready for this? He kicks. There's so much Vaz on the floor that he slides right past you. Got the wrong angle. He keeps sliding. Remember, we're in a safe, old safe company. One of them happens to be open. He slides right into it. It's a giant one. It slams shut, and a little wheel goes around, and you can hear him kicking inside.
Good try, Jeff, but professionals need that move. Professionals only.
Yep, perfect. So he's out of commission. Born to Crawl. Okay. No murders yet. You guys, this is great for you guys. Okay. Okay. The gal with who doesn't have her glasses anymore sees this. She sees this, and she's going to try to kick you as well for just kicking her. So Jack, you're going to do another speed defense roll. She's without getting up. She's going to try to kick.
I got a 12.
That works. It's difficult only because she had to have it dropped. Okay, so she kicks past you, and again she starts spinning like a bad break dancer. And all this Vaz on the floor, and everybody's it's getting ugly. Like it's looking like a bad 80s comedy at this point. Okay, that's them. Now shadow boxes.
What a fantastic industrial product, Vaz.
Yes, certainly. The one of the shadow boxes cannot one of them doesn't have anything to worry about, so it's going to shoot at the other shadow box, or whoever's on the other, Engel, is going to shoot at you. And this is short range, and they've got this. Okay, so you're going to roll a speed defense roll to basically as your rodeo clown on top, see if you can avoid the shots from the other horse.
Okay.
And do you have anything speed defense? No, you don't.
I'm trained in speed defense. Yeah.
Okay, so just down to So now it's just down to 12.
Okay.
You got any 12 or above?
Yeah, I'll spend a level effort.
Yes, all ticking away at these XP.
Okay. 11.
Nope. Do you want to reroll?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be good.
Yeah, not that it's going to do me any good. That one is not.
Just a shadow blast to the
9?
face. Walk it
Okay.
off.
So you hear the another doof, doof, and sorry, just one doof. And you are hit. Do you have any armor?
Yes, I have ballistic skin.
Okay. So you have 12 points coming in.
Jesus.
Yeah, ballistic skin does what?
It's 1 point of armor.
Okay, so 11 coming in. So it's 11. This is heavy damage, and you can actually, at this point, you can actually see that the barrel is this nice 50 cal something. You know, they don't hold that many bullets, but when they do, they pack a punch. What's
Okay.
happening to
So,
you right now?
First I have a mathematics question.
Oh no.
So, all right, my speed pool has 2 left, so those go away. Does that roll over?
Start with might always to
Okay.
tick down.
Might has 4. That goes away.
Okay.
4, 5, 6 after speed. And then the other 5 come out of intellect.
Yes.
Ooh. And that's dropping 2 pools simultaneously.
Yeah,
That is
so
permanent
I am
damage.
heavily screwed up. So I'm disabled, I believe, correct?
Permanent. Let's see. No. Let's see. Well. Okay. So how many? So you drop 2 pools.
Yeah, I have 2 empty pools.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. So you are debilitated. Dang. Yes. So you go from hale to impaired, impaired to debilitated. Okay. So now you are you're critically injured. No. Sorry. Wounded, injured, lasting damage effect. No, you're critically injured right now. Okay. So here's what's happening. You're gonna roll for lasting damage. Now you're gonna roll 2 lasting damage. So roll the first one. Sorry, I need you to roll a D. I'll split it between might and speed. So the first one, roll a D6.
3.
Minor muscle or tissue damage. Difficulty of all physical tests increased by 1 step. So you rip. You know, it's minor. That's actually the best one you could have done. Minor muscle. Or tissue damage. So let's say that, it's the equivalent of, getting hit with a 50 caliber. Okay, roll again.
What this time? Is another D6?
6. Sorry, yeah, D6. So speed.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, circulatory shock.
Shit.
Oh wow. Okay.
That doesn't sound good.
No, difficulty of all physical tasks increased by 2 steps. So you now have difficulty increased. 3 steps. So
Plus
everything's
3 on everything right now. Yeah.
Yes, and now we're going into debilitated. You are crawling only. You are out of the fight right now. And you have fallen. Obviously, you've been shot off of this thing onto the ground on your back. And let's go for one more as far as just location of where it is.
I hit the ground with a bunch of shredded off cables still hanging out the back of my neck.
Worst.
It's great.
Exactly. So this is just for location, so I know. So roll a d6.
3.
1, 2, 3. Ribs. So you now have a rib that's sticking out. Straight. It's broken and sticking out. Because again, you're a Robo Man Shad, so
It's fine. I'll cut it off for you later.
yeah, there's smoke escaping as well as blood and everything like this. And that's the it's going to require that. So that's where you're at. And you have how much left in that final pool?
4 points.
All right, guys. Okay.
Time for a recovery roll.
Yeah. Now it's time for a recovery roll for you if you want.
Maybe slip in that lucid blue and just take some time out.
Yeah, just it's probably a really good idea. Yeah. Good. Okay. We're here. At this point, the background soundtrack is getting louder and louder and louder. We can tell it's coming to a climax here. Okay, Jack, you are up. Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
So I'm still on the ground, but her goggles flew off her head and they're spinning around near me, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna grab those.
Got it.
So I'm still sort of a little slick. So I'm gonna try to like slide towards the goggles and grab them and put them on my head.
I'm gonna give you an asset for this because you've already done it so expertly the last time. So I'm gonna make it one step easier.
And I'll go ahead. I'm assuming this is speed. I'm gonna spend effort on it.
Cool.
And I got an 18.
6 or above. Oh, awesome. Excellent. Okay, you do just that, and with an 18, let's say that you grab it, and by the next round, you can actually you can have them on your face by the beginning of next round. Perfect. Okay, Shar, you are up. You're still stuck. You're at 50% if you want, or 50% of the suction. So if you want to get yourself unstuck, it's half of what it was.
Who's still alive?
Well, thank goodness, actually, everybody's still alive, but quite a few are out of commission. Born to Crawl is locked in a safe. The gal with the goggles is still kind of spinning around on the floor. I
believe you mean Gal Sans goggles?
Yes, truth.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And Shadow, the first Shadow box has hit the 50 caliber, which shot Angle off and onto the ground, and the other Shadow box is spinning and sparking right now. Everything's been pulled. Yeah. And the guy
just like fling a dream snake across the alley.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be awful. Yeah.
So the main dangerous opponent is the Shadow box right now.
Mm-hmm. True.
All right.
And the klaxon's still going. Which is a weird thing to do, to call attention to yourself if you're not an actual organization. But hey.
I want to actually. I need to roll to find out how strong my cipher is. It's grape stoner to restore might.
Oh, cool.
And okay. I never figured out how strong I was.
Okay, sure.
So I'm gonna roll a d6. It's a 6.
Oh, cool.
Oops, I don't know why I rolled the d7.
Nice.
Anyway,
so to get to it and take it, you would have to roll to get yourself unstuck.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll to get myself unstuck first.
Okay. So it's only half of what it was because you beat the hell out of it the last round. So 9 or above.
All right.
I'll tell you what the target number is. Why not?
Let's see what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use movement tasks for this?
Sure. Yeah,
right.
Why not?
Then 6 or above. Let's see. I got a 6.
Excellent. So you do just that, and you're gonna slam the grape stoner.
Yep.
Okay, and grape stoner. Remind us. I don't know if you have if it in front of you, otherwise I can get it. It does.
It immediately restores points to the might pool equal to level of the cipher. Extras are lost. And it also increases the difficulty of intellect checks by 1 level for 10 minutes per level of the cipher. So that's for an hour for me.
Yeah. So you'll be healed but dumb for an hour.
Yeah. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I bet. Cool. Okay.
So I'm back
So
to 9 might points.
nice. That'll do
I
it.
keep hitting the wrong button. I keep hitting roll d20 instead of update stream overlay.
Okay, Rob, you are up. T-Bone the Disco Spider.
If only I had a staff that I didn't give away to hit some shadow boxes with, huh? I'm gonna try to.
They're low enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna
jumpy.
mangjitsu a spin kick.
Yep. Is that a new move?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see if you do it. I'm actually logging these so that any mangjitsu that you come up with that connects, that move is now in your arsenal.
It might get a word in front of it, like a something spin kick.
Right. Okay, so what's it gonna be? You have to name it first.
I want to say bitchin', but that doesn't sound right. So we're gonna have to check our dictionary, I think.
Got it.
With
Okay.
something in that
You
vein.
can name it once it connects. It may inspire you.
The Salford spin kick.
Spend speed
Right.
1 level of effort
Okay.
to make it easier.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to roll.
12 or above.
I have let me check here. I have jumping. Does that help with kicking?
If you're jumping up to swat at it or
Okay,
kick,
yeah.
sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
9 or above.
10.
Nice. And you do that, and that's a kick. So I'll give you the extra point of damage too, just because it's more than unarmed actually. If you're connecting, that's all cool. Okay, so 3 down. So it spins and is now trying to reorient itself, and it connects and it does a little shower of sparks. And the dream snake inside hisses and hits at the glass inside of this box. Okay, as these are spinning, okay, that's it, Rob. Now we're at, what's his name? Mudcliff. Mudcliff here is still on his back, right? Yes. No, yes. Okay, let's have him, let's have him also try and get to the door and race towards it. Shar, why don't you be the NPC roller today?
He's my muddy buddy.
Yeah. Let's see.
He's bad.
Uh-oh.
He's got a 4.
Okay, that does. Okay,
so it's not terrible. He's just bad.
He gets up and he goes and whoop, another slip, and he's down on his back and it's oof, like this, And now we are at top this. Now, it is clear at this point that there are people gathering. Now, people, just people in the area. Of course, the klaxons and the sounds of 50 caliber, even if it's silenced kind of thing, still count, brings people in. So there's a crowd of people trying to stay out of the way, obviously, but they're watching. So you're aware of that. Maybe that's just the way they do it in Liverpool. Maybe it's just a normal day. Okay. I'm going to say at this point, the shadow box, because I need somebody to, it looks like it's going to be the only one that's going to be able to get away. Okay. The shadow box that, the one that just got kicked and spun there, I'm going to say that we're at the top here. And no, I'll wait till my turn. Okay, Pete, you're up.
Okay.
You're up.
So I'm at the controls of the inversion cannon.
Right.
I would like to, at worst, turn it off so it's no longer sucking Shar, and at best, turn it on the shadow box.
Okay.
And now, does it have can I see easily an uplink, or is it just manual controls?
Manual controls.
Okay.
At least at this point, yeah.
Okay. Then that's I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do one of those two things. I'm trying to take a look and see which of the is Shar still in the trumpet of the thing?
No, she pulled herself out.
I'm actually free.
Okay, you're free. Okay, So if I turn it on the shadow box and attempt to suck it in, it's not going to suck you in as well.
No, I'm sidestepped next to it.
And you can move it around for that, no problem.
Okay, yeah, I'm aiming it at the shadow box.
Okay, the one that's sparking with its cables unplugged, or
the one that just got
kicked. Got it. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, so it's easier because it's just got.
Can I assist him with this? Wait, have I gone this round?
No, not yet.
No, this is the top of the order.
Assist him with this, like if he sucks it close enough, I have brass knuckles, and I want to like punch it the rest of the way in.
Yeah.
Don't get your arm sucked in.
Yeah, you only have one arm. You have one arm. No, you
I was
don't.
gonna say you only have one now.
Yeah, you have one that's
there.
useless. Yeah, there it is at your side. Right. I'm gonna say just because of the permanent or the lasting damage, that's gonna be too difficult. The pain is just too much to do that. Now, if you want to, yeah, unfortunately. So okay, so it's again, it's already been dropped because of it just being hit. Do you want to drop use?
Well, I assume I'm still under the haze since it was for
it's intellect
minutes, and it's an intellect call, so I assume that's
it's intellect because it's a machine. I mean, speed would be if it would be difficult to aim it. It's not difficult to aim, but intellect, it's actually to do all the controls. Yeah, right. So absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so you're down to 6 or above to hit it.
Okay.
I'm telling you guys all the target numbers today.
6.
Okay, good. All right, so you do hit it, and this. Oh well, you don't hit it. It hits the inside of the cannon. So you hear this.
You suck.
And it pulls this thing in, and you hear this thump, and it's almost almost like one of those things that crushes cans. You know what I'm talking, or crushes anything. More than a compactor. It starts grinding it up inside, and there's that. Perfect. Okay, so that's you, Mike. You are up.
that's debatable.
That's debatable. That's right. Okay. Yes. So now you are.
I think I'm lying in a heap in the corner of the alleyway here and just trying to gather myself.
You can do a recovery roll, right?
Yeah. My action goes to taking a recovery roll.
Good. Yeah, you're crawling only. Yeah. And
yeah,
you're still debilitated until you get back to just one pool empty.
Yeah, so I can put that all has to go into one pool when I take it back, right?
Nope. You can choose. Absolutely.
I can. Okay, I rolled a 3. I'm tier 1, so that's 4 points I get back. I could split that up between might and speed. Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, then I've got 2 in each.
Good. Oh wait, I see what you're saying. I guess you could. Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, absolutely, sure. Okay, so you're still though. You're not.
I'm super screwed up, and I'm not going anywhere. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You still would be impaired. So you obviously wouldn't be. You're technically. Yeah.
No, you get rid of the impaired condition. You still have all your lasting damage.
Yes, it's the lasting part. So like the wound.
Got your muscles damaged.
Yeah. The rib. Yes.
The
okay.
rib broken.
Okay. So yes, but there's no point. There's no like additional effort. Cost and stuff. Okay, cool. Wow. Okay, that was close. Perfect. Okay, now it's me. And here's what I'm going to say. Gal on the ground is looking around at this point. She sees that character's name is
Josiah.
Josiah. He's this.
Of course. Yes. Nice. Exactly. Josiah, is right there. You have the goggles on. You're getting ready. You're looking at her as you're putting it on. Her eyes are wide. She knows what this does, even though none of you guys do. And she puts up her hands like this and closes her eyes. And she says, I give up. So that's her move.
Wise. Yeah. A wise move.
Yeah.
Because obviously these are incredibly dangerous devices and you would not want to tangle with Josiah.
Exactly. Now, outside, last of the shadow boxes, again, it's still sparking and everything, but it zips off. I'm going to say that, oh, the cannon was already shot. So, no, it zips off, and its klaxon is, it's just sparking. It is absolutely a mess, but it got away. Now, at this moment, again, there's a bit of a crowd gathering. At this moment, you have, yes, you have, sorry, at this moment, the battle is over. You're quite clear. You do see that the Robo Dog Man, Zemane, has been hiding in the corner for this. For the most part, I mean, when he's had a chance to really get in there and swing that bat, he hasn't. And his legs are shaking, and there's a little puddle of dog pee around him. Something even more than just a regular fight scared him to his core. And you can hear him whimpering, and he is a mess. So that's
You said
what,
there's people gathering?
there's people gathering outside, and inside, the mercenary, she has her hands up. The other, you can hear kicking and pounding from inside the safe.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna take the partly bent chunk of this thing. I'm gonna rip the rest of it off. I'm gonna turn to the crowd and say, "Leave."
Nice.
And throw it at them.
Nice.
Not aiming at a person,
With your
but
good
just
hand.
throw it at them to scare them off.
I can dig that. Okay, so yes, let's see, 4. Sorry, I'm doing math, which is actually good for you guys. Hold on. Okay, yes, they scatter for the moment, and as you guys pull yourselves back into this, before more time passes and everything, and as the lights kind of dim down on this moment here, it's very clear, obviously, that Angle is an absolute mess, with the rib sticking out. Everybody's covered in vase. It's hard to stand up. It's a giant mess. And you guys are going to start the next session from this exact moment on, figuring out what's going on. But you do get XP, which is good. Woohoo! Exactly this time. So 4, 3, 3, 2. So 2 shadow boxes, 1, 2, 2 thugs, 1, 2, and 4. So 6, 14. So 14 points of, so 3 points for each of the shadow boxes, 2 points for the thugs that came in, and 4 points for the cannon and that whole everything, defeating that thing. So 14 points total to split however you guys want to split it. It happens not to be even. So if you guys want to, whatever's clever, I'll let you guys. I hate to do that, but
I'm good with Mike maybe getting a little bit more, considering
yeah.
the
Do you think he earned the extra?
Yeah.
Do I get to spend it when I make the next character?
Truth. Perfect.
You're fine.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, so that's where you guys are at. Again, we're pick up from this exact moment. You're going to figure out why Zemane the Robo Dog is so terrified. You're also going to figure out who these mercenaries of some sort are, and also understanding that you have a flatbed with a working, working shadow tech device that no one has ever seen, as well as goggles that are shadow tech device that none of you guys have seen.
Which, before I forget, I'm going to be trying to go into that thing's reservoir and seeing if I can not only pick out any pieces of Sheila, but any pieces of the shadow box that got sucked in.
That'll be the first order of business for next time, but yes, for sure. Again, yes, that's it. For this time, Liverpool, again, as you notice, a little different than Manchester. No cops have shown up. They've had klaxons. We've had 50 calibers shot, even with silencers. And people are still left on their own, pretty much, sink or swim in the horrible thing. Yeah. Okay. So that's it for this session today. You guys can split up that XP to be used again, either held over for next session to use or to be used to advance if you have enough points to do that in between. And that is it. All. We'll see you next time from Liverpool.
Cool. Thanks, everyone.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Take care, all.